I feel like that was needlessly professional. Welcome to Rooster Teeth at E3, presented by Jason Bourne.
Arcane E3.
We are going to check out the Bethesda Press Conference here in about 30 minutes. But in the meantime, we picked up some strays.
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing okay.
What's your name?
I'm doing great. I am Bernie. Gavin.
I'm Ashley.
Jack. What happened?
And we've lost Meg.
What did he do?
Well, we went about 30 seconds, everybody.
He was looking directly into this camera and it switched and he like just switched right over. It was really funny. Hey, I think you're funny.
And, look at that. Bernie doing the thing where you take the photo with the iPad and no one thinks it's cool.
No. It also is like,
Well, we're not at a concert. We do it at a concert.
But you guys spent the afternoon playing Battlefield 1. You were some of the first people in the world to play Battlefield 1 multiplayer. But do you even remember any of it? I'm just saying, because are you high?
Yeah, we got.
Well, here's what happened.
You have glaucoma now, right? Is that how it works?
Wiz Khalifa, we had Snoop Dogg.
The game.
The game.
Snoop Dogg the game?
And at one point,
Zac Efron.
At one point, it smelled very strongly of marijuana. And I noticed that there was a joint, right, in the room. Smoke, the AC was taking the smoke down the line. Like, everyone on my team was getting the smoke. And then I realized Bernie was stood in the middle of Wiz Khalifa, the game, and Snoop Dogg as the joint was being passed in a triangle around him.
Did you actually,
wait,
Bernie,
they were
did you pass? Did you pass at any
Bernie,
point?
did you
And
like
Bernie was
puff,
just
puff, pass?
It wasn't offered, except my secondhand
wow,
nature.
They didn't even offer.
What, did they hold it in front of your face? Like,
Did they wait? You said in a
excuse me?
secondhand nature. Did anybody offer to shotgun
I was
you?
literally like, somebody came up to me and they said, I guess it was somebody who worked at the event, or it was some kind of purple monster. I can't remember what. They said, are you getting a contact high being this close? And I was like, we're literally in a cloud of smoke. I cannot see you while you're asking me this question.
I was looking over my monitor to see you, and I could barely see you.
So it was.
You meant deep throat. Yeah,
So like between that live stream and that live stream and this live stream, we came to this facility and I ate like every snack that we had.
You walk into the room with like a handful of red vines. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, you came in with a red amount. You're like, I'm high as shit.
But it was great. The funny thing is,
continue drinking. Like, good on you for rallying.
the game has a gas mask. Like you hit up on the D-pad and your character puts on a gas mask. I was literally thinking, I wish they'd have given us gas masks. But it was great. I gotta say, Battlefield 1 was we used to play 1942 when it first came out, Gus.
Back in the day?
Yeah, we used to play it all the time. And I would say that Battlefield 1 feels like Battlefield 1942, but with like Battlefield 4 mechanics in it. Like it's like all
nailed the color. Like, it looks so real. They've gone for like muddy sort of greenery look in that map, but they didn't put any like grain or like shaky anything. It just looks like real life.
There's not a flat piece of ground in those maps.
Wow.
Everything is like pockmarked with like because it's been shelling.
Yeah.
You know, but the buildings are still upright somehow when you start, and then like by the end of a round, all the walls are destructible.
They've gotten so much secondhand smoke, they're just all kind of tilted over.
They're all taking a nap.
Did either of you guys fly like the Zeppelin or get on like the wart?
I didn't fly it, but I did spawn.
Did you crash it?
No, I was on it when it went down.
That's what I'm saying. You've got to be like, as soon as one of those spawns, it has to immediately be
Well, I
crashed.
feel like everyone did the same thing when it's a big alert in the game when that thing's exploding and going down, and everyone like fighting, and then they'd just be like.
Like I was running from one objective to another, and all of a sudden, this like blimp, massive blimp, it crashed across like 3 different houses, like smashed in the middle of the road, and you'd like run through the rubble of the blimp.
That's so
It was
cool.
pretty funny.
And FYI, people, we are working on Gavin's mic.
Am I
So
not?
right now, he's just pretty.
I'll translate
go
for
that
Gavin.
far.
Look, sit up. Let's see if you have your mic on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on.
Is it muted?
It'd say mute on it if
Let me
it
try
were.
it. I'm gonna mute it and unmute
Does it
it.
say America on it?
Okay, they can tell us if it's working or not. What's the problem with this mic? Is that it's just not working?
People are just saying that it's not picking up.
Okay.
No,
I didn't say
noise.
anything good.
Yeah, you're not.
But
missing
then,
It's all right.
Gavin didn't fly the blimp. He just rode on the blimp, is what he said.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. I love flying stuff and piloting vehicles in that game, so I'm looking forward to giant blips.
I will say this though. How do you play it?
I play a support role. That's always been my character class. Anytime I can pick something to assist other players, I always go that way.
They had a dedicated medic class again, which they did not have in Battlefield 4.
Do they really?
Look how excited
Yeah.
Jack was talking about how much he was loving that.
Yeah, Bad Company 2 had one of the greatest medic classes until Mercy in Overwatch. I love Mercy. So if they have, I mean, even like Battlefield 4 had a support class, but it wasn't medic. It was like you could get medic stuff, but it wasn't a medic class. If they have a full-on medic class, that
I always thought the
very,
medic
very cool.
in Bad Company 2 was too overpowered.
Oh, he was awesome. Because he had the LMG, because he had like 100 rounds. So he could lay suppressing fire while running and then like hide and boost people back up.
Do you think it should be like, if you're an actual, just all you are medic, you don't get a weapon. You're just medic. I don't want a weapon.
I would honestly do that. If there was a way I could get more healing stuff or have like more armor, I would totally never have a weapon.
I think though that if you have that
customization option, or was that a different game where like you could armor up and go protective, but you just lost firepower though?
I don't know about Battlefield.
Yeah,
I wonder what.
Yeah, I mean, because in Battlefield you always had some kind of weapon, and like, because I remember like Gus
But
was
it was
saying.
basic, right?
No, and I mean, in Bad Company 2, it was a full-on like LMG. The thing was awesome.
I may be thinking of like 1942.
Okay.
It's been a while since I like really got into Battlefield. That was like the one.
It's all right.
But they did, it appears, at least on the maps that we were playing, and I think that was listed as a pre-alpha what we were playing, so subject to
How
change.
to play for a pre-alpha though?
It was great. No, it was like I would play that game today. I would go home and play it again. No problems at all. I mean, there's a couple times where I died and then the camera went shooting down to the bottom of the map. That kind of shit happens sometimes.
To be expected, right?
That's low on the priority list of stuff to fix.
No engineer class, from what I can tell.
Oh, wow.
So they had assault, they had recon, they had medic, and they had support.
There was a weird glitch where I was using the sniper, and I just couldn't hit anyone. It was like the game was totally broken.
I hope your mic's still broken and nobody can see it.
There was a really weird thing too, where it's like you had these track tanks, and you'd like drive them over all these like trenches and everything else. And then, like, if someone damaged it, say track damage, and your thing couldn't move, you didn't have to get out of the tank. You could repair from inside the tank. You just hold left mouse or left bumper button to repair.
Was that as a support class, or was that anyone in the tank?
I don't think I was support at the time. I think I was assault at the time driving it.
Okay.
Actually, I spawned in the vehicle, and I don't think it gave me at that time a chance to pick my class, which was also kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I got out of the tank, I had like no assault, like no primary weapon. I just had a pistol.
Bernie, you gotta have class before you can pick one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna say, if you could spawn as a full medic, it would be cool if it took points away from you for killing a full medic. Like, because you're not supposed to shoot medics in an actual battlefield.
You're also not supposed to
It would
shoot
be
people on
neat.
parachutes, right?
Yeah.
I did a lot of that.
I think
I'm saying that would be neat if it were like Geneva Convention, the game.
For the Geneva Convention, you can't. You have to wait until they're on the ground.
Yeah,
I was
don't
shooting
think
them
that's
yelling
true.
Geneva
I think the
Convention.
Geneva Convention was just like, don't torture dudes.
But that's part of it. It's
I
like,
think that
don't.
an airplane can't shoot at people in a parachute. Like once they
But dudes on the ground can? That hardly seems fair.
Pretty sure they can
also,
shoot
it's
you.
like you can't, like medic, you're not supposed to shoot medics. Like
Yeah.
when they're out like healing people, you're supposed to avoid.
Not supposed to. Not
that's
to
a karma thing, though,
destroy.
dude.
But, I mean,
I thought that's what all the the Geneva Conventions were, was like, we don't want anyone doing this to us, so we agree not to do it to other people.
Yeah, but
Like,
then it's
let's be
like,
civilized
like
about how we
mustard
kill
gas
each
and all
other.
that other stuff.
Yeah. Which, is there like a gas option? Is there mustard gas at all?
No, see, so there was a permanent option to put on a gas mask.
There must be then.
So there must be something like shells
Such a
that come
huge
in.
part of World War I.
I did see a building with yellow smoke inside.
No, did you?
Yeah.
Gus said for a
Was
promo
Snoop
we
Dogg in there?
should go and like we should see how long we could stand getting mustard gas. And I was like, no,
you'll die.
You'll die
You just,
instantaneously.
I have a poem for you to read, Gus. It's called Dolce de Cormes. It's all about being mustard gas. It's fine.
But it was fun. It was an absolute blast. We got to see, I think, about half the EA press conference before we had to go down and like line up to play.
I'm gonna be
the game
honest,
was
you
great.
didn't miss much.
And it was weird too because like what you guys were doing was obviously the coolest part of their presentation, but it wasn't part of their presentation. They were like, all right, we're gonna wrap up our presentation. We're gonna do a different live stream now for an hour of Battlefield.
Like the stuff that you really wanted to see? Yeah, we're gonna
Stay
do that,
tuned for that
like,
later.
Or it could even be something where they started the stream and just cut to you guys playing at some point.
Yeah,
like,
it
oh,
was
here, let's
strange.
cut to some live action right now for a couple minutes and then cut back.
I also needed that for a bingo
Yeah, we
space,
thought
and
so
it
too.
didn't happen.
What's up,
It's
guys?
a war crime to fire on parachutists who are leaving a disabled aircraft. It is not a crime to fire against airborne troops who are parachuting in.
Okay, but what if they're airborne troops whose plane has been hit?
It is still okay.
It's still because they're still invading
they
troops.
can still be fired on, right?
Wait,
So,
but if their plane's been shot, then aren't they leaving a plane in distress?
Right, but they were, I
But
guess, coming
their
in
objective is
to
to come and attack, as opposed to.
so if they jump out and
okay, so
detonate
it's
their
saying
own
like
plane.
if they aren't Like if
You
they're
can't
not,
do that. That's what we're saying.
Okay.
If the whole
Got it.
objective was to
I
come
think
in
I
at
got it.
any time, no matter what,
It
then
would
you
look
can
really
shoot.
cool, though.
I just would want the distressed
Also,
pilot
the pilot would be
parachute.
like, yeah, the pilot would be like, what the fuck? I'm still in here, Connie. They aren't one-way planes.
Just blow up the back of the
all the
plane.
dudes jump out of the plane. Then the plane gets shot. The pilot then jumps out with his parachute.
And
he's
he's like,
shoot
"You
them. Shoot them, don't
Shoot
shoot
those
us.
guys.
You should have a special parachute that's just like a target.
Okay,
It's like,
wait.
do not shoot the target.
Yeah, to be fair,
not
to be fair, the pilot was never going to be parachuting in until his plane was hit.
No,
so
I
you
agree.
definitely can't hit the
You
pilot.
should have an exception.
There
I
are also
agree.
tactics in Battlefield that don't exist anywhere in the real world. Like, they don't like run to a helicopter, get in it, fly to an objective, and then just jump out and abandon
Or
ship.
pilot a plane, jump out, shoot another pilot
Yeah.
with your gun, then fall back into your plane and get in.
They must
Or
work so hard
do
to
like
do
a
that.
backflip, jump out, fire, and then the plane comes underneath them. Yeah, that's clearly.
Did you guys get to see the Titanfall 2 trailer?
Yes, that
Yeah,
was
that was pretty
incredible.
cool, right?
The multiplayer trailer was phenomenal.
Yeah, I
The
feel like-
ending,
I feel
I
like
felt
that
like the
should have
single player
almost
was
come.
too.
That should have come later in their conference, maybe, so that we remembered
Yeah,
it
I kind of forgotten
more,
about it
because
after
it got
all the other
bogged
stuff.
down.
Oh, I
That
love the
tether looks incredible.
Yeah, the
The
grappling hook. Looks
That was
so
in our
cool.
that was in our bingo.
It was one of our bingo
Oh,
spaces.
speaking of
Tethers?
which,
The grappling hook confirmed.
how we should
for Titanfall
explain
2.
bingo.
speaking of which,
Oh yeah, bingo.
bingo returns.
You can't read
Meg,
it.
do you want to explain?
Yes, bingo this time is, it says EA Press Conference bingo. I forgot to change the title.
Ah, that's fine.
I cannot use this. This is
fine.
This is amateur
You know
hour.
Wait, that's one of the
I
things,
wouldn't
right?
have even noticed if I hadn't called
We're
it
gonna-
out.
we're
Is that a technical difficulty?
It
Is that on
is.
here?
We're just gonna Sharpie over this. It's fine.
It's fine. So we have Bethesda Bingo for this round. There's an Imager link in the description of this live stream where you can check out. There are now 6 cards available since there's 6 of us playing. You can play along at home.
I'm gonna paste it into the chat right now too.
Some samples of some new spaces we've added. We have Elder Scrolls Online. We have any crafting system that's announced. The person on stage clapping for their own accomplishment.
Oh, that's awesome.
Skyrim.
I would totally do that if I was them.
We have dancing of any kind again. Unnecessary slow-mo in a trailer. We have rap music over a trailer. Doom mention.
Live
We have
demo,
a
which
whisper.
didn't happen.
I think we have
Yeah.
a whisper in a trailer.
Whisper in a trailer. Indie game. So
The best
someone
part about the
yells at
live
Blade.
demos are the banter. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
We have awkward pause is still somewhere
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, which you can't have awkward banter without an awkward pause.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a pretty good one.
The,
Did you
VR
love? Did you
VR
watch
headset?
the? Yeah, VR
Yeah, so,
headset. There's some
you
good
guys-
ones. Fallout Shelter
Where do people watch
mentioned.
this? YouTube.com?
Yeah, we're this is youtube.com/Rooster Teeth, youtube.com/E3, and it's we've sent out a link on Twitter as
Oh,
well.
we should show what the losers will be eating this round.
So we believe in penalties.
So if you get bingo, you don't have to do this.
right, if you get a
Everyone else
bingo,
has to do it.
you don't have to do it.
Is it if you get bingo, the game's over, or
No,
it
we'll
keeps
keep
going
going.
until
We'll
the end of the
keep
thing?
going.
We'll keep it going since we
Okay.
really thought for the first round it was a race, first person.
Yeah.
Now we realize it's so hard to get a bingo that it's
Yeah.
just anybody who bingos is exempt. Anyone who doesn't bingo will be eating these, and they are processed dried fish bone.
That's not food.
What?
So, hey, guess how many servings are in this, Gav?
900?
2.
Get out.
2 servings.
They're like chips.
So
Bones.
you are going to be eating
What kind of
these.
fish?
I don't know.
Do you get the calcium? Like straight
Oh, it's
transfer?
sea bass bone.
Oh, sea bass.
Oh,
That's not
my
so bad.
favorite.
Yeah.
It's my favorite kind of fish.
my favorite
87 and a
character
half
in,
calories
Bingo.
if you eat 27 and a half
Who would have
grams
thought
of
bones would have calories in them?
Yeah.
this. So,
Lots of calcium.
well, they're covered in soybeans, so.
Imagine carving up with a handful of bones.
So has it started already? Has bingo started? Can we do
Bingo-
our shot for our free space?
We can
When
absolutely
does
do
the
a shot.
Bethesda
We'll do that.
conference
It
The
starts in
Bethesda
17
conference starts
Yeah.
in 17 minutes.
But yeah, we can do our free space right now. We got
We may as
It's a
well
shot.
We got
pregame it a little
tequila.
I
bit.
don't think I can do it.
Can I get the vodka shot?
I don't think I can do
Peer
it.
pressure.
You
can
do
do a
it?
shot.
Yeah, that's all right. You don't
get
have
half
to
of
because
You can do
you just
hot
don't
sauce if
fill
you
in the
want.
free space. You'll just have
You
to
just,
work a
yeah,
little
you
bit
don't. But
harder.
if you get 4 around the free space, then you're
I think
boned.
that was
Can I
that's
like
okay.
defer to my
I'll take-
Wiz Khalifa
I'll take a
experiment?
bonus.
No, you can't.
Mine was down there.
I'll
Is it
try.
just up to the line?
I will share
Is that
drinks
shot?
with
Give
you
me one.
guys, or rather, you'll share them with me. Would you vodka me?
Yeah.
But give
It
her
looks
more
just
than you
like
gave me.
water, but it's not. Who else? Goose?
I'll do one.
I already did my shot.
Oh,
You gonna do one, Burns?
Yeah, I'll do one. You can do one?
There's
Yeah, if I get a cup.
Yeah, he's got cups. They're coming your way.
Get my chaser
And-
here.
And Bernie
Make
can
sure to
have
face
no.
the logo.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
Don't want to be sued.
All right.
What does that mean?
Are we ready?
Oh.
You're gonna give me
All right.
Gus's? Gus's is acidic.
And we're gonna do
I'm
this.
like the alien.
And Gavin is gonna lead us in a toast.
Gavis.
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 Gavis
from the
Blavis.
To the Gavis.
to Jason Bourne.
Unnecessary slow-mo.
Unnecessary slow-mo. Cheers.
And to Jason Bourne.
Prost.
Free space.
To the free space.
Oh, I feel like Jeff. Oh.
What,
I handled that
successful
better
and
than I
happy?
did earlier today.
No, he said Jeff.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it burns. Oh, it burns so
burns
much.
so much.
Oh, my.
It was worse than the last one.
Awesome
This is the thing that people do willingly. It's weird.
Mark it off. Everyone gets
All
their
right.
free space.
Free space.
All right, we got 15 minutes.
That's ruined my evening.
What are you guys looking forward to for Bethesda?
You know, I
Skyrim.
think
New Fallout is here, right?
Fallout 5.
Fallout
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
they released one last year.
They did a couple. They were easily the biggest hit
Yeah.
at last year's E3. They announced Fallout Shelter,
Yes.
which was available that day.
That day.
And wasn't it free?
It was free to play.
Yeah.
Was it free?
Yep.
You could buy
Which is
most
also a
boxes
space,
bigger
by the
than
way.
you
Free to
do.
play is a space.
That was the most addictive thing for like a week and a
Yeah,
half.
I just realized the other day I still have it on my phone, and I just stopped seeing the icon at some point.
Yeah.
Just didn't know
Well, once you get level
They had-
100,
no,
it's like
they
you're
added
kind of
pets
done.
to
You get the
that.
new Coca-Cola factory. It's like, all right, don't really need to do anything else. But they've added a lot
they added
more
new
stuff.
pets. They added new rooms.
Yeah. They've added some crazy stuff.
I quit before I got my new. I was like this close to my new Coca-Cola factory, and I was
really?
like, yeah, I'm over
I
it.
kept hitting the point where like all of my dwellers would be pregnant, but I didn't have room for anybody.
Yeah.
So I was like,
So
oh,
you
okay.
You know,
Forever up
there
the
were
duff.
a lot of really cheeky strategies for playing it,
Yeah.
one of which included
Cheeky.
all pregnant women
Oh yeah.
because the raiders don't kill them.
Yeah, and they can't die of starvation or something. There was
Yeah,
like pregnant
they're
women are
really
immune
unhappy
to
and
a
all
bunch of
that,
different
but like
stuff.
they don't die and everything, so they just had slave pregnant women the entire time.
It was awesome.
Christ. So last year was also Doom. They showed off Doom for the first time.
I
It
hope
was
people
there.
at home heard that in my mind.
Unhappy when they refused to.
I burped and I was like, yeah, no one heard that. Oh wait, I'm mic'd in my throat.
So let's see.
I'd be most interested in seeing a new Elder Scrolls game. I think.
Yeah, well,
Elder
to be
Scrolls
very
6?
interested for them to
It
say
seems
that.
like the HD remaster of Skyrim is the most likely. If they at least announce Elder
You can't
Scrolls
say
6, I'd be very
HD
happy.
remastered
There
if it was
were
HD in the first place.
Right.
Yeah, you can remaster something.
a
More HD. You're adding more H's and more D's.
remaster.
No.
A current gen
Not having it.
remaster.
Massive D's.
That's a 4K remaster. So let me ask you this: what did they announce that?
4K.
I guess they already announced that. So we have a remaster on here
Yeah.
on my bingo card, but what about a reboot?
Totally
There's
different.
a different
reboot is
space.
separate.
They
Yeah,
are?
a reboot is like a new take on the previous game.
Yeah,
Not a
Uncharted
remake.
remastered
Like Doom.
would be a remaster.
But
But
the
Reboot would be like
Tomb
Lara Croft.
Raider
would be a reboot.
Yeah, it would be a reboot.
Doom was a reboot, right?
Technically, it's a sequel.
Well, no,
Technically,
because it's Doom. But
well,
they just call
that's
it
because
Doom.
every Doom has the same story.
Well, no. They actually, the plot of the game of Doom talks about the previous ones that happened.
That is true.
So I think.
But at the time, when they announced it, would we have known that?
Yeah,
We would
yeah.
have considered
No,
it a
you would
reboot.
play it and assume it's a brand new game. But it's, I mean, if you know the lore of Doom, which
Also, if
there's
it
very
has just
thin
the
lore,
name, like it's
yeah,
just Doom,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, like Jason Bourne.
There you go.
It's the first one.
But that's not a reboot.
Well, also Hitman. Hitman game wasn't a
I
reboot.
was checking on chat really quick,
Comedy.
so I missed.
Did you play Doom all the way through?
I'm almost done with it.
Thought it's tremendous.
It is fantastic.
There is a point towards the end with some of the boss stuff where you're like, it's kind
Dude,
of cheap, guys.
I just finished with the Cyber Demon. Holy crap, dude.
You're
That
like
was such a fun fight.
2/3 of the way.
Does
You're not even
it
close
just
to
sit there
really?
like
Yeah.
typing at you,
crap.
asking you
Get
where
shit
you
on.
are, how old you
Yes.
are?
That game,
ASL.
the achievements,
AF Chicky 6969.
I put on my rogue and wizard hat.
the achievements in Doom are so well balanced.
They are.
It's like it's a lot of collection stuff, then finishing the game, and then there's also like the Ultra Nightmare level.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to do the first level on it. Do you know what that is?
It's you, if you die, you restart from the very beginning of the game.
Your campaign's over the moment you die.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome.
At the Nightmare
And it's
level.
also the hardest difficulty, so
Yes.
everything will
So do you have
murder
to
you in
like
one shot.
creep around every corner like
You're fighting imps like this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Funhouse actually did a video, and they had the whole team play so you can get the furthest. And when you die, it leaves like a little like mark where
Yeah.
you were, so you can literally cross your
Wow.
old death.
Why
And you're
haven't we
like, oh,
done that?
It's like
Why
the
has shitty Funhouse done that?
HD of
Like
Doom.
what was the
Crossy
game? No, not
Well,
Crossy Road.
Crossy Road has
What
like
was
a
the
tape.
what was the bouncing game that we played? That
Doodle Jump.
Doodle Jump.
Doodle Jump,
It was like
yeah.
Doodle Jump.
I still have that on my phone.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's been like 8 years.
You took number 1 on that, right? For a while.
What, in the office? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 47,000, I say.
84.
But they updated it. They made an HD remaster of it, and they
Oh.
ruined the game.
Yeah,
They added stuff they didn't need to add.
Yeah.
I agree with
So,
that, right?
That's true, that's true.
I think we're definitely going to see some Dishonored. It,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
they,
of course.
they,
We have to
they
see
did the
that.
trailer last year,
Oh,
and
I
then,
should've put
and then they went
rat form
quiet.
on the card.
Ooh, but yeah, I think
rapper.
we'll hopefully see gameplay this time around.
You know, I didn't really get into
That's
the first
cool.
Dishonored game, but the trailers that they showed last year for Dishonored 2 made me really want to get into this one and replay, or actually finish the original Dishonored.
Yeah, my mistake with the original Dishonored was I tried to get the Ghost achievement, and the no-kill achievement on my first playthrough, that's a mistake.
No.
Don't ever do that.
Sick rats on anybody.
I didn't get to stick rats on anybody. I
Sick
couldn't
rats
get
on
seen.
so many
It's
people.
like it was not the right intro mode. So don't do that, anybody. But other than that, Dishonored, fantastic. And then we'll also see, what else do I think we'll see?
New IP? You think we'll see any new IP?
I think we could see something.
I mean, honestly, like Bethesda had never done a press conference until last year,
And
right?
they knocked it out of the park.
They crushed it.
And it's interesting to me that they're doing it again this year.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
I think
thinking. Like, they must have
expectations are
something big.
high.
Yeah.
After what
And
they
they
did
know
last
they're
year,
high.
and they know that they've got to knock it out of the park again.
I mean, they didn't have to do it. It's not like someone said, no, you did it once, you got to do it again. It's like, no, we'll do it again because we have something big. So I'm hoping we'll see something from id. I would love to see either more like Doom single player DLC or anything. Like I would love to see a new Quake. That'd be pretty cool too. Or Commander Keen. Maybe Commander Keen Mobile, free to play.
Wow.
There we go.
That'd be
Are
incredible.
we going to see a graphic tee Blazer combo?
better.
Maybe.
I thought we'd see it at EA and we did not.
I did think that. So, I'm feeling a little bit burned. But we still have high expectations.
Yes.
And speaking of high expectations.
The Titanfall guy almost had that going.
Almost. But it was like, we can't count it. It was more like an anorak. So.
It's a cheeky boy.
But really quick, we're going to show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes from Jason Bourne, which is going to be in theaters on July 29th.
I'm drunk.
It'll be just a minute, and we'll be back.
Don't throw up on Jason Bourne.
Beer time.
We got a minute.
Dude, I love the fucking Bourne movies, dude.
You want to grab all the beers?
My God, it's Jason Bourne. Every airport I'm in or every time I'm walking down a street and somebody stops me, that's the first question. Are you going to do another one of those Bourne movies? I don't mind being followed around by Jason Bourne. I like Jason Bourne. Action! The world's changing and moving really quickly. This time he gets all the answers to that original question of identity. So that's really, really exciting. I remember everything.
Remembering everything doesn't mean you know everything.
Tell me. It is a big Jason Bourne movie, bigger than we've ever done. Rated PG-13.
After the rumors about the Skyrim HD remaster, I started getting my hopes up for like maybe a whole HD collection.
Well, see, I mentioned
like Daggerfall,
But then you got
Morrowind,
put in
and
your place.
I did. So I was
Oblivion.
tweeting about it because P. Hines basically he made a statement. He's the VP of PR and marketing, and he was the keynote. He was like the host for the Bethesda Press Conference last year, and he tweeted that anyone who thought that it was like just graphics was kidding themselves, and that it would be like so much work, and he was just like all this and this and this, and I was like, oh, well, we'll never get it. And he's like, I never said that, and I was like, saying there's a chance. Yeah.
That's always the
But-
best. We're like, oh no, it'll never happen. It's like, oh no, Jon Snow's never coming back. It's like, no. Anytime you hear PR people say stuff where it's like, yeah,
Whoa.
shut
What
up.
did
Like,
we say before the stream,
anyway.
John?
Yeah,
We
well,
had one rule.
But no, you hear people like, I don't know, like it always bugs me. People like, oh, that'll never happen. Because the actor said it's not gonna happen. It's like, no. It's all PR stuff. So I can totally see them doing a remaster collection. Because on off topic, I mentioned like, oh, they're remastering Oblivion, and people lost their minds. Like, no, they're remastering Skyrim. It's like, well, they could also be doing Oblivion too. I could totally see them doing
Well, I was
that.
saying that last year before no one knew that Fallout 4 was going to get announced, but everyone was pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I was saying, well, it could be a remastered collection too. Like it could be like, I thought maybe either Skyrim or just like a whole Fallout 3 remastered collection.
yeah.
I think there would have been a riot in
Fallout
that
3
theater if they had not announced Fallout 4.
Dude, I would love to play Fallout 3 again remastered
yeah.
for the new platforms.
I mean, just play it on PC and
Play
mod it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
HD already.
I just replayed it like 3 months ago.
I want more achievements. Yeah, Teddy wanted to give Fallout 4 a shot. And so he's my 11-year-old, so I was like, let's see what he thinks, like, I'll watch him play it.
Pretty gruesome.
Dude, he got hooked, and I got hooked watching him play it again. I'm like, I want to go back and play this game again. So
Yeah.
I still haven't touched Far Harbor.
I haven't touched. I didn't touch the whatever the
the
robot one either.
Automatron, that was such a good DLC.
Really?
Yeah, I had a blast with that one.
What do you think the chances are of them announcing a new major expansion for Fallout at this conference?
think
they're
I don't
talking
know.
about that.
Run out of DLC that they've already announced,
I mean, like something-
but it could be
something
like a
major.
little.
Like, something that's like,
They could go the square route and announce Fallout 4.1 prologue extended plus 2.5.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't see any of that content for about 14 more years.
Yeah, but
they're going to announce Fallout 7 and just like take 15 years to remaster it.
Yeah. They should set the new Fallout as like all the Fallout shelters that no one is playing anymore, just abandoned. And like,
that would be really cool, actually, like a Chris Houlihan room, but it's like random people's shelters instead.
Yeah.
That would be actually really cool.
and it's just like they're left in the dark
You could
because
just
you
see
stopped
like how
playing 6
fucked
months
up
ago.
all the people.
I want to see more of the
Burr, burr,
vaults where they had the crazy experiments.
That's
like,
what I
you
mean,
see some
like-
of them in each game, but like I want to see more of the really
That's
crazy.
every vault though.
Well, it's
I
like a
know.
puppet, and then it's just all
My
the
favorite vault
Garys.
was the one, the Garys.
The
Where they just
Garys.
clone a
That's
guy
so
called Gary.
crazy.
Gary. And they can only say Gary as well.
They're
bizarre.
basically Pokemon.
It's like a fever dream.
It's pretty sick.
but I think
I just feel like
I could see us seeing something
what's
big
the
for that.
interview process for that? Like, what would your sick ass vault be? All
Yeah.
right, listen, it's
Yeah,
a guy. His name is Gary. They clone him. All he can say is Gary. You're hired.
Or maybe
like,
that could just be the game, like crazy vault simulator. Like
Yeah.
it's almost like a managerial style
I
game.
just like, how do they make us all like creepy, awful eugenics people?
I suspect when they come up with those scenarios, they're hanging out with Snoop and Wiz Khalifa in the game.
I think the stream's supposed to start in a couple of minutes. Does anybody else have any last minute predictions? For
Things that you would absolutely like to see. Dream Pie in the Sky. We said ours earlier. So what are yours?
I'd
Thank
do
you.
Skyrim again.
Skyrim
Yeah,
again.
I'd like to see a sequel.
Or Elder Scrolls 6.
I like
whatever.
to see Elder
also
Scrolls.
talked about,
My
like-
pie in the sky is Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, like what is your pie in the sky like E3
At E3,
announcement?
any
Like
other
not necessarily
company.
just this, but anything in general.
The
I'd say for
answer's
Bethesda, it'd be
Pokemon
really
stuff,
interesting.
too.
I don't know they'll be able to do it, but a modding system for consoles. And I don't know how the hell they would do that.
That's already happening.
I mean,
in
but you
something,
have,
right?
to, we have to make the
PC
mods on
on
PC,
console.
right?
Okay.
So this would be. I,
Oh, like
I
you'll,
get the
like,
feeling you mean
ship it
like a
over?
creation kit.
Right.
on
Kind of like the
console.
snap maps for Doom, which are just, I mean, those have
Already.
incredible like logic chains in them and everything else.
Yeah.
I think you can build Skyrim dungeons in that same way. But certainly it seems like the developers like snap stuff together like that. E3 in general, Dead Rising is, I hope the Dead Rising rumors are true.
Cool. Gavin,
Yeah.
are you gone? Are you done already?
Gavin, let me vote through you.
I'll-
Pokemon Snap 2.
No, I don't want that.
Why? That would be so cool.
I just want Elder Scrolls 6. That's all I want.
I want.
That'd be good, right?
I want Fallout 5. I want Fallout 6. I want Fallout 7.
Yeah,
I want all that, but that's not going to happen, Gus.
Right, but this is pie in the sky.
Say say GTA like 6
Yeah.
or Red Dead 2.
Gavin.
Red Dead 2 would be.
Red Dead 2. I
would be
think that was
pretty
Gus's,
high.
right?
Yeah, that's totally.
Chat would like
In the
us to
referendum.
respectfully
Stay or leave.
take note of Skate 4.
Skate 4
That
would be.
would be a great.
But we missed that. That's gone.
GTA
Oh, that's
6.
true. But even
would've-
like Skate, maybe tomorrow Microsoft will say, hey, we're gonna bring Skate 2 and 3 to backwards compatible.
Oh.
That would be awesome. Like, because Skate 2 was one of the
Yeah, but
best
they wouldn't
games
take up time at their E3 presser for that.
I mean, they took a whole thing last year about all it was backwards compatibility.
Right, but they were launching
Do
it
you
at
have
the
something
time.
you'd like to say?
They came out with Red Dead
Wait.
and Skate 2.
Shut up, Jack.
I have a pie in the sky.
Yes,
What's it?
Xbox One dashboard. That's good.
I gotta say, when I saw them announce the Slim, I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I want
They
a
haven't
slim.
announced
No,
it.
they haven't. It's
That's
been
tomorrow.
leaked. That'll be confirmed and or denied tomorrow.
40% thinner.
Remember when the
drunk are you?
Yeah, he's not.
gone,
a little
man.
bit.
He's not.
Remember when the Xbox 360 launched and had the blades?
The
and
blades
then
were
they
awesome.
did the
Blades
the
suck.
NXE. So you can change a lot within the console generation, and
What
I'd be very
happened, though,
interested in
to these
seeing.
10-year consoles, though?
Well, yeah,
They're getting closer.
Well,
I
technology.
mean,
Look, the point of what is it? The point of synergy. What do we call it? What is it called when technology
I
catches
think,
up
I
with
think
us?
it's the point of synergy is actually what it is.
Destiny 2.
Something else.
I hope they
Destiny
announce
2.
HoloLens for the Xbox.
Ooh, well, if they're announcing their more powerful Xbox, I could see Oculus or maybe HoloLens coming
Well,
to it.
HoloLens is a standalone unit, though.
I just want it on the Xbox.
Minecraft 2.
I got 7
I'm
o'clock on my
HoloLens.
watch.
I'm still really on HoloLens.
All right,
I feel
so-
like it changed
I think they're
my
working on
life.
the monitoring
the,
stream.
the controller will
Shut
let
up,
us
you.
know like when it's
I
I
ready
was
to
trying
start.
to connect with you on something, damn it.
Halala.
So if people are watching the stream, we'll have the Bethesda stream here, and we'll just picture in it, and
Yeah, and we'll offer
watch along
commentary
with you.
here and there.
I need a coffee or something.
Your dumb little brother.
Yeah.
Sweet kicks, Gavin.
Cheers, man.
Are they pumps?
I just wanted to do that so I could show off my
Socks-
socks.
Yeah,
my
you
socks
did.
look like
We
they match
got.
me
We
down.
went.
Mine have paint on them.
Nice
Look at the
shoes.
paint.
Those are so gross.
Yeah.
Hey,
Meg,
We
you
went,
should be
hold on.
embarrassed.
Cut
See,
to
we
Ashley
went,
and I's
we
shoes.
went shopping and look what we got.
Yeah, the Mario and Luigi.
See my
I'm
emoji
super
socks?
happy
Game
about it.
over, bitches.
They cut away when it got to
No, it
Gus.
just says game over.
Yeah, that's what I said.
If you had a third
How
leg, it
did you
would say
take that
bitches.
photo the other day where you said
I
you
was
were wearing
literally like this, and then I like bent backwards to get the camera.
You said that, and I had to go back and look at the phone. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, I was.
Why did it cut to us?
So, all right, we're about to start the stream now. Looks like it's going.
Let's
so
go.
let's see what Bethesda has to say for themselves this year.
Let's do it. Good luck, Bethesda. Don't suck.
No pressure or anything.
Don't pull an EA on us.
Wow.
Hey, Sessler,
Guys,
Morgan Webb.
it's 2002.
Holy crap.
They need a white balance for camera.
Are we missing it?
We got no
We've
audio.
got no audio
audio?
out here.
No, and I think this was just maybe, this is their pre-stream.
Horse ammo.
Yeah.
What?
Horse armor?
What's happening?
What the hell?
It's mods, I guess.
No, that's a.
Yeah, those are mods. Oh, his head's confetti.
It's like the old
Like the Halo 3, yeah. Gruntbucket birthday party.
Happy, yeah, birthday.
So we legitimately we don't have audio?
All right, so
Don't
it
fix
looks
it.
like we're still in pre-show a little bit. So come
Yeah.
back to us because we're pretty cool. And
Oh, we're missing out on Adam Sessler and Morgan
yeah, but
Webb.
we have hair.
What? No, I got the
We're
Adam Sessler thing
40%
going here.
less angry.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know
Fair
about
enough.
that.
You got a lot of that.
He's too high to be angry right now.
I'm really sorry. I'm gonna go lie down.
I'm looking at Gus's board here. He's got stuff circled. He's got like specific.
No,
Gus has bingo strategy going here.
I got my
Looks like you have a joint
the
in your
stuff that I can affect. I circle. That way I know when I'm getting close to trigger stuff to act.
You're filth. I can't affect any of these.
Yes, you can.
There's so much to eat
Handful of
stuff.
wasabi peas, you can eat
I got a
those.
handful of shrimp
Yeah.
chips.
Yeah.
Also, if you can get.
Oh, so they're for us to do. They're not tapping on the
Gus,
Some of
stage.
them are.
if you can get Gus to shout bullshit, there we go.
That's not on my card, so I'm not doing that at all.
Dang it. Well, I'm in trouble then.
Yeah, I'm not. Let's see. Do I have anything?
I have one that I'm in control of.
What was the Gus one you said? Gus says
Ooh,
what?
If
I
Gus
got
says
it.
bullshit.
I got a good line.
I already wasn't gonna fall for that. I've known you for way too long,
Sorry.
Bruce. I know the way this works.
I'm laughing at that. I'm that person all the time. I'm trying to be helpful. I'm ruining everything.
I also like to unlock.
I've got some good lines. I think I might be able to pull this off this time.
I think I'm in trouble, but that's okay because I won the last one.
I think what's my best run is if we get.
Is this rage the game or rage
just-
someone gets mad?
A rage the
Well,
game.
if
game.
they
You wanna
say
make
the
something
name
with the
of the
class
game.
feel.
Because if
Rage
it's
is
in
an old
quotes, all they have to do is say those things. So it doesn't have to be like appear
Right.
like the whole game.
But it
I
has
might
to
be boned
But it has
here.
to be in the context of Rage the game.
So yeah, you might be fishboned. Literally, you're gonna.
Gus, you're on fire tonight.
I'm out.
You've been out like 4 times already.
So whisper in a trailer.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just somebody whispers.
God, I got some tough stuff. I have live demo.
Yeah.
I'll be
Did
there.
not happen.
Today.
No live
in
demos
Rage.
at the E3.
Yeah,
I did not see
Yeah.
it. That
Oh,
was
the
like
E3. That's the EA one. Yeah.
I want to be the official judge of unnecessary slow-mo.
Okay.
All right.
So
Can I be the official judge of whispering?
No.
Who is?
Well, I mean, you are
We all
the subject. You are the subject of an upcoming ASMR documentary.
That is true.
So I think I'll allow it.
Huh?
But anytime we dispute, we'll take it to the chat and they'll
Yeah,
vote.
we take it to the streets.
We
AKA
straw
the
pull
chat.
that shit.
So just
Yeah,
for
we
the
do.
control room, I think I'm getting reports that the stream audio is also the other stream audio is being played at the
Yeah,
same time
being
right
the
now.
same.
You may want to.
Well, that's an issue.
Nah. We just have to talk loud enough and we'll be heard over it.
What the hell are you guys doing?
I just want a cam for you two.
I know. We should not be on camera.
Well, we've been ruined. We've been absolutely
This
sabotaged.
carpet is really comfortable, actually.
Yeah,
if you
you
lay
could
down.
probably just lay
I
it
saw
out.
the photo.
No, I've already spilt too much beer on it to lie on it.
I this morning when I was on the plane flying out here, I was in Austin still. The doors closed.
The travel story?
Yes, that's a travel story. You have to listen to a travel story.
That should be
I'm
on
the
here.
plane.
That
The
should be on the
doors
list.
closed, and we started pulling back from the gate, and I thought I heard the Overwatch theme. And I was like, I started looking around like, are we playing? What's going on? I was like, oh no, wait, I'm on a fucking plane. What the hell am I thinking? Like, I'm just so into Overwatch right now.
He has stabbed me with his Apple Pencil about 6 times.
I'm just gonna find pock marks
That's
all
an
over
expensive stab right there. I mean, you should be proud of that.
You know, I actually do like this because it just keeps me from getting funk all over my
You keep
iPad.
typing with it. It's so much slower to type with the pencil than it is with your fingers.
Yeah, but it's easier because I'm sitting here like this.
Just dictate it. Miss Syria.
He just went, it's so much easier, and then he poked it with his finger. So,
I was comparing the two experiences.
Contradiction actually is the quickest way to type on that keyboard. So
Justin says, he just wrote me a saying, I'm very red. We shot an immersion where I was outdoors all day, and I didn't put on any sunscreen.
You ain't red.
silly.
It's just
Yeah, I think it might be the curtain behind you. Also, I'm super red, but that's
Like, look at the sheen on Jack's head. That's not there in real life.
How you doing?
It's a little bit there.
Someone also pointed out, I mentioned Red Dead 2, and then someone said Red Dead Redemption is Red Dead 2.
We get it, Ashley.
We get it.
What? It wasn't me this time.
Thank you very much.
What was the first one? Revolver?
Red Dead Revolver.
Red Dead Revolver. You know what the main character is, or who the son is in Red Dead Redemption? You know what his name is? It's Jack. Yeah.
Jesus, Jack, that was a huge buildup for the worst thing ever.
Talk about anticlimactic.
That was like you telling us that it's your birthday today or something.
No, I think we would care less about that. Yeah, he didn't give it up.
I saw him holding the shot. So.
When is this
All right, what's the audience looking forward
to?
Yep. What are you guys looking forward to? Let us know in the chat. Also, tweet along with us at #RTE3.
Should we pretend like this stream is frozen?
All right, and it looks like the stream is starting, so we're going to it now.
Dehydrated said, tune into RTE3 to watch Drunk Gavin Free try his best.
Making an effort.
Thank you very much. We are keeping an eye on the stream. Here we go.
Choose your destiny.
That's a card game.
Oh, that's a card game.
Wait, is this actual stream?
legend.
Elder Scroll Legends.
What is this?
That's the old
Is this
trailer.
a- is
That's
this
the
a
old trailer from
pre-trailer?
last year.
So,
Legends isn't the only Elder Scrolls game that's having a moment. The Elder Scrolls Online had a very big year.
Yeah, so even though the game has been available for more than 2 years, they've made some really big updates to Elder Scrolls Online since launch.
Let's see, there's Imperial City. Players finally got to face off against Molag Bal's army. Then in December, Orsinium added over 20 hours of new content to Elder Scrolls Online.
They also made a whole bunch of changes that the community and media really responded to. The Elder Scrolls Online went from what the devs admit was a rocky start to being named Best MMO at the end of 2015.
But amidst all the bright news, the Elder Scrolls Online has also recently launched Thieves Guild in April, and Dark Brotherhood also launched on PC just last week.
So ever since the launch, they have really wanted to explore the lore that we've all loved in the other Elder Scrolls games. For example, they picked the Gold Coast of Cyrodiil for Dark Brotherhood.
Like Kvatch, which 400 years later gets obliterated by Oblivion demons. You kind of want to tell the residents not to get too used to the place or not that attached. As an Elder Scrolls junkie, this is exactly what I love about ESO. It's getting lost in all the expansive lore and geography.
And speaking of fans, we would like to take a moment to say hello to all of the Bethesda fans around the globe.
From London to Moscow, Paris to Tokyo, gamers have gathered to watch the BE3 showcase. And down in Australia, Bethesda's taken over the Sydney Opera House so fans can watch the showcase live.
And earlier today, we got to chat with some of the gamers here in LA who lined up to see the showcase. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
All right, here we are. It's a few hours before the start of BE3, but people have been lining up here since, I believe, 7 o'clock in the morning.
I know. This is a dedicated fan base. They know that the closer they are to the front of the line, the better seat that they are going to get inside the showcase, and that is a big motivator, I know, for people to get here early, get their seat right in the front of the theater.
Exactly. One big screen, front row. It's exciting, but let's better understand some of the hardest core Bethesda fans.
All right, now you couldn't have a showcase like this without some amazing cosplay. Now you helped build this, so you can tell us a little bit about it.
She's cosplaying Keeper from The Evil Within. It took us forever to make this tenderizer, and it took her about a day to make that.
I mean, look, I love that game. Everyone else knows him as Boxman. Would you mind just trying that on for one quick sec? I just got to see this. Yeah. That's really, really, really effective.
And what was the inspiration behind this costume? Like, you know, what spoke to you about it?
It just took us like 2 days to finish The Evil Within, and we played that like all night, and that was giving us like little heart attacks, and we just fell in love with the game.
So what else are you guys excited about? What are you excited to see here today?
For one, gameplay for Dishonored 2, because we've been so excited. Just the first trailer from last year, waiting in line for hours. So we're just like, oh, yeah, I hope we get to see other stuff. Maybe Elder Scrolls? Maybe new Elder Scrolls?
Well, actually, going back to Dishonored 2, I mean, now we have an adult, grown-up Emily Caldwin. Is that something you're considering for cosplay?
I'm actually working on doing Emily. I started the scarf last year, and I've been thinking about like what swashes I'm gonna use, like what kind of fabric, and trying to put it all together and trying to make it nice. Maybe for PAX, maybe for later on, maybe this next year, but it's gonna get done.
All right, well, I'm really looking forward to it. And on that note, I think all four of us and so many other people are excited for another and maybe deeper look at Dishonored 2. But let's right now look at last year's trailer to get us all excited.
happened again. Someone's pulled the rug out from under you. An empire at your feet, and you've lost it all. Be honest, did you really deserve any of it? More important, what would you do to get it back? Careful, there's always a price to pay. What you decide will ripple across the years. Blood in the gutters and corruption on the wind. It'll be fun watching this unfold. What will you do with the power I've given you? How will you make your mark on this wretched world?
I know who you are. Emily Caldwin. Nothing is an accident. Everything is in motion. All of it has led you to this exact second in time.
Before you strike. If you kill me, you become the assassin we claimed you were. You become one of us!
The years are long, but it's always good to see a familiar face.
Excited for that. I think some people in here might be excited for that too.
Excited. That's a nice understated term. Well,
yes.
You will not have to wait long. Bethesda has announced that Dishonored 2 will be available worldwide on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC November 11th.
Now you play as either, I know they're excited for that too, you play as either Emily Caldwin, who we just saw in the video and who looks super awesome and who I am going to play as, or Corvo Otano, who is also pretty awesome, but I am playing as Emily.
Well, both characters are fully voiced, and they bring a different perspective and play style depending on which one you play.
Sorry. They do have different powers also. If you played the first game, you're going to be familiar with Corvo's. They are going to be significantly upgraded. Emily's are actually all new, so as always, there are going to be tons and tons of ways to play the game. But I do want to make a note of the location that we saw in the trailer. It has a very different feel than that sort of industrial dun wall that we saw in the first game.
So the city is called Karnaca, which is really fun to say. Try it all together. Karnaca, Karnaca, Karnaca. It's like Machiku Kakotani, you know? It's just fun. It rolls off the tongue. Anyway, it's based on southern Mediterranean countries like Greece and Italy. But what I noticed was the significant verticality of the city. Does this mean that, we're going to be going really, really high, be up in the clouds, getting vertigo, and that's how we're going to be doing the sneaking around?
At least Emily will be when I play as her.
Okay, you're going to play as Emily.
Did I mention that?
I think you did.
You know what I didn't see in Karnaca, though? I didn't see.
What did you see?
Rats.
Rats, maybe rats, yes. There are significantly less rats in Dishonored 2, unless you use Corvo's Devouring Swarm, because then you're going to have some rats there.
Right.
Although, I don't know, the rats seem to be a little bit more pleasurable next to the blood flies. Karnaca seems to be filled with blood flies. That sounds so friendly and warm and cuddly.
They're kind of cute. But we both have a significant amount of affection for Dishonored, rats and all.
We do. It was my personal game of the year back in 2012, the year that it came out, and I played through it 3 times since then. And I would say, if you haven't had the chance to play it, I do highly recommend the Dishonored Definitive Edition, which is on current-gen systems with all the DLC included. Having said that, if you haven't played the original, trust me, you can jump right into Dishonored 2 without a worry.
All right, guys, I think we've had enough speculation, don't you?
I think so. I think so.
I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to see a lot more Dishonored 2 tonight.
Yeah, I have one of those sneaking suspicions as well. I don't know where it's coming from. All right, guys, the showcase is about to start, but we will be back in an hour with exclusive interviews and new info. So please stay tuned to the live stream and follow along on Twitter at Bethesda with the hashtag BE3.
And send us your questions and comments. If we read yours, you might even have a special giveaway that you want.
All right, they're timing me. I'm getting excited. Everyone here getting excited? All right, 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, guys, enjoy the show.
Where's my pen?
So we want to say we're quiet for the actual.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, what is this?
You know, Dawson 2016. Keen. There was a Keen reference.
Keen? Yeah.
That's
I saw Wolfenstein too.
A lot of bites free.
Quake Champions?
We genuinely didn't put it on here because we didn't think it would happen.
We have this too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is awesome.
Are you gonna touch yourself?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Studio Director of id Software, Tim Willits.
When was the last time there was a Quake?
I'm gonna call that a
Good evening, and welcome to the Bethesda E3 Showcase.
Where's P.
Yes, Quake is back.
Yeah, I'm calling it read it.
The game that defined competitive multiplayer is back and better than ever. You know, it's hard to believe that 20 years ago, Quake was first released. And, you know, if you'll excuse the pun, the aftershocks can still be felt to this day. Quake set new standards for multiplayer and pushed the boundaries for graphics and gameplay. Quake also became a pioneer for esports. And 20 years later, Quake is still played in tournaments across the globe. The biggest of those tournaments is our very own annual gathering, QuakeCon, which will attract this August tens of thousands of people to Dallas.
Texas.
We got
As the
60,000
co-designer
RTX.
of the original game, I'm extremely proud and excited to be standing here today to announce the next chapter of this great game, Quake Champions.
Multiplayer only?
Oh, that's awkward pause. That's fully awkward pause.
Is that awkward? He was waiting for an applause.
I know, but it was like,
Quake
didn't
Champions
start right
is a
away.
competitive, arena-style, first-person shooter for the PC, designed for players of all skill levels. Whether you are new to Quake or have been fragging for the last 20 years, Quake Champions will give you the challenge and rush you'd expect from id Software multiplayer games. Now, we know that high in performance is critical with this type of game. So be assured, as with any id Software game, that Quake Champions will be fast, with amazing graphics running at 120 hertz with unlocked frame rates.
Nice. Unlocked frame rates. Yeah.
You're going to get heart-stopping action that will keep you on the edge of your seat as you fight in classic arena combat. Quake Champions also taps into another hallmark of the franchise: unique and badass characters. The game features a diverse cast of warriors, each with different attributes and unique abilities, allowing you to fight the way that you want. And you know that id has a long tradition of supporting competitive tournaments, and that continues with Quake Champions. The game is designed for world-class esports play at every level, from the world's greatest Quake players to anyone willing to test their skills in the arena. So as part of the launch plan for Quake Champions, Bethesda will be supporting and expanding competitive tournaments and leagues beyond QuakeCon. And we'll have more to share about that in the coming months. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek into our newest game.
It's available today.
Join us at QuakeCon in August, and we'll have even more to talk about. And now, please join me in welcoming Bethesda's Global Vice President of PR and Marketing, Pete Hines.
That's a fantastic way to start a conference.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty good.
Champions is not a cool name, though.
It implies, to me, it implies multiplayer only.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Thank you, Tim. I mean, that's always been Quake's
As Tim said,
anyway.
we have
I mean,
even more to show on Quake Champions this August at QuakeCon. I mean, it's right there in the name. How would we not have our new Quake game at QuakeCon? Make any sense? But right now, we're not at QuakeCon. We're at E3, the biggest week in gaming, and this is the Bethesda E3 Showcase.
There we go.
Damn, it's a crazy
Okay, that's cool. I can see why they built out that.
That was almost an ooh from everyone.
That was fucking impressive.
Here with me and to the millions of you watching online around the world, thank you for joining us. We planned this showcase just like we make all of our games for you. Now, last year our showcase kicked off a big year for Bethesda.
I just want to thank our chat for coming up with the. They immediately came up with a few
highlights.
That's what we were doing.
The Elder Scrolls
No, but I mean they've got like it's the peak with the T in the middle. It looks great.
Elder Scrolls Online of 2015 was named MMO of the Year.
Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that.
Fallout Shelter too.
Fallout Shelter mission.
We launched Fallout Shelter, the very first mobile game from Bethesda Game Studios, and it became an instant hit and winner of multiple Mobile Game of the Year awards.
Oh, brand new? No, not.
In November, Fallout 4 was one of the biggest launches in the industry.
Oh, he's about to mention Doom.
Mention it.
You've heard of it. Good.
Mention it, Pete.
Say Doom.
And won numerous Game of the Year awards, including at DICE and again at the BAFTA Awards. And now Fallout 4 is bringing user mods to Xbox One and soon to PS4 in a way that's never been seen before. And just last month, the new Doom was released to rave reviews.
Oh, this is gonna be.
I got a good line.
This is gonna be an awful press conference for us.
The original Doom almost single-handedly popularized first-person shooter games, and now you have a new Doom game, faithful to its legacy with some of the best graphics and gameplay ever.
Great game.
And millions of fans have been enjoying the fast-paced action and creating and sharing mods using SnapMap. The response to all of these games has been amazing, and your enthusiasm and support for us has encouraged us to go even bigger. You just heard about our new Quake game. Let's see what else we have planned for you guys. At last year's showcase,
that's a tease.
I told you about the Elder Scrolls Legends, a free-to-play collectible card game. Now, as I said last year, I am a huge fan of these games. I play them a lot. So this is a game I'm particularly excited about. Legends provides a very deep strategy experience through both single and multiplayer modes, beginning with a campaign complete with a compelling story, interesting characters, and some great gameplay. The story is told from the perspective of a moth priest named Kelly. I'll let him tell you a little more as we take a look at the campaign's opening cinematic.
Cool.
The Elder Scrolls show us what was, and what yet will be. And they have revealed much to me.
Spare us your stories, old man, unless they can sharpen spears. Our war chief is dying. Our enemies are massing for another attack. We must prepare for battle.
We should go, Kellen. We have the scroll we came for, and this one smells blood in the wind.
Patience, Nog. I have words yet to speak here. Stories can do surprising things, Spear Maiden, whether they are true or not. And
Does it count if it's our technical difficulties?
So that was Bethesda's stream. Thank you for watching.
They were about to, God damn it. They were about to show actual gameplay for card games.
the Emperor fled north, leaving Cyrodiil to the invaders. This is the story of a forgotten hero who changed the very course of history.
When Legends begins, you're set on a path to discover the world of the Elder Scrolls in a way you haven't seen before. The choices you make define your approach and unlock all the depth the game has to offer. A two-lane battlefield provides more variety and strategic depth. Players make decisions that change the cards they want to improve or add to their decks. And we offer a full single-player campaign, as well as multiple ways to play against the AI or other players in both battle and arena modes. Now, we began public beta testing in April, and so far the feedback from the people who have been playing has been terrific. To celebrate E3 this week, we'll be letting you into the beta to start playing. Now, if you haven't signed up yet, just visit Bethesda.net, create an account, and sign up, and be sure to keep an eye on your email. Also tonight, we're very pleased to announce that in addition to PC and iPad, Legends will be coming to iPhone, Mac, and Android tablets and phones later this year.
Mute my mic. I'm going to eat the piece.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
I drew it on my laptop.
As I said, I'm very excited about Legends as it brings together an award-winning franchise that I love and a new genre. And whether you're a veteran strategy card fan or have never played a game before, it's a game we think you'll all really enjoy. And now, so long as we're on the topic of Legends, let's take a look at what the team at Bethesda Game Studios has been hard at work on.
How about a live demo?
Welcome here to Bethesda Game Studios. It's amazing to think it has only been a year since you first heard about Fallout 4 at this very event. And thanks to you, it became not just our most popular game ever, but one of the industry's. It has simply blown us away, and we're incredibly blessed to have fans like you. Seeing what you've created, not just in the main game with the add-ons and of course mods, it is just incredible. And we're not done yet. We're excited to show you what's coming next for Fallout 4. course, we didn't just announce Fallout 4 last year. We also announced and released Fallout Shelter, which over 50 million of you have downloaded and played. We have a really big update coming out. Take a look. We hope you're as excited as we are about all of this stuff coming to Fallout. We want to thank you again, not just for your support over the last year, but your support of our whole studio really over the last 20 years. There is something else, though, that you've been asking us about, and yes, we've been working on it.
Bingo and Nuka World and the Baltic extension.
And co-creative director of Arcane
They just listed all the greatest stuff on the planet.
That was
it. I want to turn it off now and go play.
Y'all gotta eat that shit.
Look,
if they do get a bingo, you're out.
In 30 minutes,
no more time.
Bethesda completely out.
Texting and what the fuck guy was not even looking.
Hi everyone, I'm very excited to be
Oh,
here
so close to a blazer.
Arcane Studios,
Is that
the makers of Dishonored. Passion is for a very specific kind of game, first-person immersive games.
Why not have
Our games blend narration and simulation in a way that makes every player's experience different, where players can improvise and where choices have consequence. Our games encourage replay in order to try different play styles, so that players are free to play their own game.
No, but it's actual gameplay. They showed us.
No, it's on.
That doesn't count.
It counts. We
But
called
if
it
he
at the
wins,
time.
you can still win. No, you can still win. As long as you get a bingo anytime during the fight.
I'm just trying to get him to say
That
bullshit,
was
man.
like
God damn
one
it.
of the best feeling for us developers.
God
After that
damn
launch, my friend and co-director
What did I fucking say to you, Bernie? I'm always that
took the lead on
person.
Dishonored 2, so we went to France and Lyon and
We did.
the team over there.
Also, we're not listening to this.
Meanwhile, I have been busy in
fucking
Austin
Dishonored
working on something else with the team in Austin. And tonight, I have a surprise for you. I'm going to reveal what that surprise is in a minute. It's a new game built on the values that are so dear to Arcane. It's another first-person immersive game set in a dangerous universe, only this time we've added a psychological thrill. Here is the world's first look at what we've been up to.
That's brand
Yeah, that's definitely
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment with Alex in his office. There is no duration set for this meeting. There is a 3 p.m. meeting in TranStar Conference Room A to greenlight research and development plans. Please confirm your attendance prior to arrival. The most recent test results from the Cybertron. Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. You have a 9 a.m. appointment with Alex in his office. There is no duration. Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
Good morning, Morgan. Looks like we have some tests to run through today.
Morgan. You're not going to like what I have to say next.
No, it's not. It's a different Prey. That's a new IP. New Prey, different Prey.
In Prey, you awaken aboard Talos 1, a very special space station. It is year 2032. You are the key subject of an experiment meant to alter humanity forever. But things have gone wrong, of course. The space station has been overrun by an alien threat, and you are now being hunted. As you dig into the dark secrets of Talos 1 and your own past, you must survive using all the tools at your disposal on board of the station. Your wits, weapons, and mind-bending abilities. Prey will be available next year on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. We'll have more to show at the QuakeCon, so be sure to join us there. Thank you.
So there was another franchise called Prey.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Marty Stratton, executive producer of Doom at id Software. Last month, we had the privilege of releasing one of the most iconic titles in our industry to fans around the world. We challenged ourselves to ensure Doom lived up to its incredible legacy, and we thank you, our fans, for making the Doom launch such a tremendous success. It's been amazing to watch and hear from the millions of players enjoying the many aspects of the game. From those of you gunning for the perfect run through the campaign, to others constantly testing their skills in multiplayer, you continue to inspire our team. Last year, we told you we wanted to put the power of creation in the hands of every player through Doom Snap Map, allowing for an endless stream of new gameplay. And in the coming months, we're excited to be supporting Doom Snap Map with free updates and even more ways to play. We'll be delivering new construction modules, including hell visual themes, as well as new props, objects, weapons, and items. While creators can look forward to new logic options and functionality, like the ability to create true single-player experiences with features like the popular weapon wheel found in the campaign. And again, throughout the year, every Snap Map feature and update is free for every player. For multiplayer, next month we'll release 2 new modes, including a uniquely Doom variant of One Flag CTF called Exodus, as well as an all-new multi-zone capture and hold mode called Sector. Later this summer, we'll turn up the heat with the release of 3 free-for-all modes, including Classic Deathmatch. These modes will be free to all players and playable on any existing or future maps. Also next month, fans can look forward to our first premium Doom DLC pack, Unto the Evil. The first DLC pack includes 3 new multiplayer maps, Offering, Cataclysm, and Ritual. A new playable demon called the Harvester, a new gun, equipment item, armor sets, taunts, and more. With just a month past since our launch, we hope you've only scratched the surface of fun we packed into the game. And we can't wait to give you even more ways to compete, create, play, and fight like hell. Thank you.
Wow, a ton of great stuff there for everyone that's enjoying Doom. And again, we thank you, the fans, for making it such a hit. Doom has received near universal acclaim from critics and players alike for its fast combat, over-the-top demons, and amazing graphics. Everything that it is known for. Now, it is also known as a longtime supporter of shareware, or for you young players in the audience, that's what us old guys used to call a demo. And in a nod to that tradition, we've decided to offer anyone that hasn't checked out Doom's amazing gameplay a chance to do it for free. So, starting tonight, you can download and play the first level of Doom on Steam, PS4, or Xbox One.
That's everybody.
For free.
It's available today.
That's available today, though.
Yeah, available today. That's cool. That's really cool.
Now, this offer is only good this week, but we want everyone to have a chance to see why Doom is one of the highest-rated shooters ever. So if you love super intense action or you just want to experience state-of-the-art gaming, go download Doom and fight like hell on us. We think you'll see what everyone else is talking about.
Do it.
Now, let's shift from Demons of Hell to Daedric Princes and Secret Assassin Cults. Please welcome from ZeniMax Online Studios, the Elder Scrolls Online game director, Matt Firewire. Matt?
Play some rap music.
Yeah,
I'm all for that. I'm all for rap music.
I'll take rap music.
In a blazer, a graphic tee, and a VR headset.
Yeah.
We're in a Tron outfit.
Where's his fashion sense?
This week is the one-year anniversary of the launch of The Elder Scrolls Online on Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Brag about it.
Because we were launching the game this time last year, I was a little busy and I wasn't able to be here in person. But I made sure I was here this year to tell everyone what's been happening with The Elder Scrolls Online. From the console launch last June to the release of 3 critically acclaimed DLC game packs during the year, all of us at ZeniMax Online have been really, really busy. But before I go any further, I want to take a moment and thank all of our fans for your support, your enthusiasm, and your feedback. We take it really seriously, and we continue to work to improve the game. And based on the response, you like the changes. Elder Scrolls Online was named the best MMOG of 2015, was one of the best-selling games of the year of any kind, and now supports a highly engaged community of over 7 million of you who have been exploring this enormous world of Tamriel. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the Elder Scrolls Online from launch onward.
Everyone's going nuts.
It's like a bird.
As you can see, the Elder Scrolls Online community is having a lot of fun playing the game. And our player community is still growing. Tonight, I'm very happy to announce that on June 23rd, we'll be expanding internationally by launching Elder Scrolls Online in Japan. We look forward to welcoming these fellow adventurers to the exciting world of Tamriel. And for everyone who plays, we have a lot more great content on the way. For me, one of my favorite moments in any RPG ever was the Dark Brotherhood quest in the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. It was packed full of assassination and intrigue, and like me, fans everywhere loved it. So I'm particularly excited for the launch of the Dark Brotherhood DLC game pack on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 this Tuesday. In the Dark Brotherhood DLC, you'll travel to another location from Oblivion, the Gold Coast of Cyrodiil. The Dark Brotherhood has an appropriately dark storyline full of intrigue and mystery and brings all new repeatable quest gameplay to ESO.
Repeatable quest?
So, please enjoy the worldwide debut of the Dark Brotherhood DLC launch trailer.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me. For the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. This is the Black Sacrament, Initiate, a contract that calls for murder. Now go, assassin. Take your blade into the night. Be rewarded for your service in our business of death. Welcome, Initiate, to the Dark Brotherhood. And know this, in Tamriel, no one is safe. Especially from us.
Sweet mother, send your child
whispering trailer.
I've almost got way too many videos.
Well, I've already got 2.
Our PC players are already having fun sneaking around Tamriel and learning more about this mysterious group. And we can't wait to see what happens when our console players get to experience the Dark Brotherhood this week. But that's not all. A core philosophy in the Elder Scrolls Online is to constantly make the game better. Since launch, we've regularly been adding innovative features such as the Justice System and the Champion System, and we're about to make another game changer. Tonight, we're announcing One Tamriel, marking another major evolution of gameplay in the Elder Scrolls Online. With One Tamriel, all characters will be automatically leveled to content in the world, allowing them to freely group with anyone they want, and also to explore the vast world of Tamriel with no level restrictions.
Oh, that's cool.
This means all content barriers are gone and there are no restrictions on alliances or questing. From the moment you get out of the tutorial, the entire game world is open for you to explore freely.
That's really
you can go wherever you want and
cool.
play with whomever you want. This is the first time this has ever been done in a multi-platform RPG. We'll think you'll love it.
All right, lady.
Thanks, ladies.
That lady should be like a bingo.
Please give rid of that mic.
One Tamriel will be coming to the Elder Scrolls Online this fall.
Audience interaction?
In closing, I want to thank the awesome Elder Scrolls Online community for your support. We never take it for granted. We work hard every day to make your Elder Scrolls Online experience the awesome adventure you want and deserve. Thanks, everyone.
I give them best award.
I think it
No, we already did free to play with Fallout.
No, it's free. No, I think it's free to buy.
We did free to play.
Thank you,
We
Matt.
did free to play with Fallout Shelter.
We talked about it.
Now, we want you to get as much as possible
Enjoy
out
your
of this year's
fish bones,
showcase.
kids.
So
Gavin will have
this year, after we're done here in the hangar, we're just going to keep the showcase going. Now, for those of you watching at home, our pre-show hosts, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb, will be back to take over the stream, and they'll bring you exclusive interviews and more information about all the games that we're talking about here tonight. Here in Los Angeles, we've built an interactive space over on the other side of the lot where you have a chance to learn more about our games, play some of them, and meet some of our developers. Over there, there is also food, drink, and to make sure it's a real party, we have arranged a special performance by Blink 182, who will drop their new album.
There it is for the X game.
Who will drop their new album, California, in a couple of weeks, and you get to hear them live tonight as they start their summer tour.
Stuff to the audience.
Now we have another treat for you over there as well. A chance to experience the latest in virtual reality.
Also from free food.
Oh, VR!
Game's over. You're eating fish bones.
Were you? Now, the first time anyone experienced modern VR was at E3 2012, and if you were there and lucky enough, you may remember getting to play Doom 3 BFG.
I was one spot away in 3 different lines.
We had solved some of the toughest technology challenges posed by VR, and people were amazed. Since then, we've quietly continued our pioneering work in VR, and tonight, we want you to see and experience what you feel when you put on a headset and play the latest AAA games in the industry. Now, we have 2 games for you to experience. The first is the just-released Doom. You can take a virtual tour of hell and get a totally unique look at the very latest in graphics and true next-gen rendering from our id Tech 6
But it's just
engine.
a tour of Doom.
In addition, we think the greatest promise of VR is its ability to immerse players completely into virtual worlds.
That is so
and that the
cool.
best games for that experience will be first-person open-world RPGs. So we have Fallout 4 for you to play as well.
Wow.
Was that it? Was that a no?
That was an everybody else.
Wasteland, check out the iconic Red Rocket Tri-Combat. I'm telling you, with a Pip-Boy on your arm, a dog by your side, a gun in your hand, it's pretty incredible.
That is awesome.
Tonight, we're pleased to announce that Fallout 4 will be released in 2017 on the HTC Vive platform.
Wow. That's awesome. Okay, that was
And if you
does that count
thought
for everybody?
survival mode was an intense
He did.
way to
He said
experience
he's in
Fallout, you ain't seen nothing yet.
I mean, I know it's over, but it still matters to me.
You can expect us to remain a leader, offering our games on the very best platforms you choose. So be sure to check it out. Now, for more on the second half of the showcase, let's check in with Adam and Morgan to see what's happening and get an update on what they have planned. Adam, Morgan, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Pete. Now, we are here at BE3 Plus, and this is sort of this experience that you guys are going to get to see after the showcase. We have some Bethesda VR over here. Now, right now, there's no line, so that's kind of tempting, isn't it?
So, taking advantage of that. And over here, Elder Scrolls Legends for everyone to play. Pete, I fully expect to see you at one of these tables showing off that card mastery skill I know you possess.
Now, in here, Adam and I are actually going to be interviewing some of the developers that you guys just saw their games on stage, so we're going to have a lot more information for you.
Yes,
so everybody on the stream needs to stay tuned for that after the showcase.
Lots of good info, but for the moment, let's go back to Pete and even more games.
It's an unnecessary cutaway.
Even more
Thank
games.
you, Adam and Morgan.
Here's
we will
a
see
screen.
you guys in a few minutes. But we are not going anywhere just yet because there is one more thing that we think you are going to want to see. Last year, we announced that a sequel to Dishonored was in development, marking a new chapter to the Game of the Year from Arcane Studios. We shared a few tidbits about the sequel, but for the most part, you could say we've been in stealth mode. Until now. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Dishonored 2 is going to be a very special game, one that lives up to its celebrated legacy and then goes way beyond.
Give me
to
some
tell
rap
you
music.
more, please join me in welcoming the
Give me some
creative
rap
director of
music.
Dishonored 2,
rap music.
Harvey Smith.
No, rat, because it's like the rat sushi.
Wow. Thanks, Pete. Hi, everybody. In Dishonored, you play a supernatural assassin in a steampunk city. The game blends combat, stealth, and mobility, giving you many different pathways and approaches. When the original Dishonored was released in 2012, you embraced the game and made it your own. You discovered moves and combinations of powers that we didn't even imagine. We were thrilled by your passion for Dishonored, and we were humbled by the success of the game, which won more than 100 Game of the Year awards.
Hey!
At last year's E3, we announced Dishonored 2. So tonight,
Damn
we're
it,
here
Blaine.
with all of you for the first
We
time.
already yelled.
We're going to show you the game.
I'm just yelling them now.
Oh, is this actual gameplay?
Rat.
Welcome back to the Empire of the Isles, a rich, Victorian-inspired fantasy world with a distinct style and an exotic cast of characters. For Dishonored 2, we wanted to explore a new location, Karnaca, the jewel of the South. Our approach to world creation is very layered. Our art and design teams work together to create a strong sense of place with a well-realized culture. It's based on the people living there, the work they do, the architecture, economy, the climate, even the food and songs. In order to bring Karnaca to life, we've created a custom game engine designed to support our signature art direction and level design. We wanted Dishonored 2 to resemble a painting in motion, so we've given considerable thought to our lighting and the way it plays across every surface. We've created custom tools to support the interruptible, real-time narrative scenes necessary for a stealth simulation. And the same is true for our approach to audio, both in terms of atmospherics and stealth gameplay. All of these details make Karnaca more vivid thanks to our new technology, which we call the Void Engine. In crafting spaces for you to explore, we've got several creative goals. We want the environment to feel coherent and complete, plausible. Where do these characters live and how do they get to work? Is there a viable pathway that makes sense? Where do they take their breaks or stop for lunch? But it goes further than that. For Dishonored 2, we felt compelled to ask ourselves about the history of a given street or shop. What was there a decade before the player arrives in Karnaca? Often, you can see the layers of history, watermarks on the wall from past floods, peeling posters and advertisements from years ago. We want every market, every alley to tell a story and to offer you the chance to see something novel or intriguing. Dishonored 2 starts and ends in Dunwall, but most of the action takes place here in Karnaca. All right, there you go. Your first look at Dishonored 2.
There you go.
Thank you.
That was, I mean,
on behalf of all my teammates at Arcane and
excited for Dishonored 2, but that was...
to bring this to you. And my dear friend Raphael Colantonio, thank you so much for all the passion you've given the game.
Did you guys hear that rap music playing?
In the first Dishonored game, you played
really
Corvo
quiet rap.
Otano, falsely accused of killing the Empress, the woman he loved and was sworn to protect. And you were blamed for the abduction of their daughter, Emily Caldwin. After escaping on the night of his execution, Corvo is gifted with supernatural powers and dedicates himself to avenging the death of the Empress and restoring young Emily
I
to
just
the
feel like
throne.
that's what you show. It's like a trailer
As
that
we
shows
begin
me
to
this cool
engage
shit.
Dishonored 2,
When even the
a
hell
single
yeah girl is
question
yelling hell
haunted us.
Yeah, drunk girl in
How would her
front
experiences
crying.
paid for that
affect her,
woman
and
is
what kind
screaming
of
from
ruler
Mike.
would she become?
Maybe they thought we were all gonna leave before when they
When they
went
came
to.
back from the Dishonored montage, she's like, woo, pretty good.
25 years of age.
Everyone woke up from the
And then we
Fallout and
began
Doom
to
VR
imagine
stuff.
what she'd be like as a heroic figure, as someone fighting for her life against the forces of deceit.
It's a really cool cosplay costume.
We developed a vision for Emily Caldwin that
Typical
excited
Meg.
us, and at E3 last year, we shared that vision
cool.
with the world.
It does look cool.
Dishonored 2 is set 15 years after the first game. Emily Caldwin ruled the
Craig
Empire,
WS
watched
on
over
Twitter
by her
says,
father, Corvo
for Dishonored
Otano.
2, he says, ugly typewriters confirmed.
Yeah.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the crown killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you, but these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
When an otherworldly usurper seizes the throne, the fate of the Empire is left hanging in the balance. Dishonored 2 offers you the choice of playing as Empress Emily Caldwin or the Royal Protector, Corvo Otano. Emily and Corvo are both fully voiced this time with their own perspectives and emotional responses to the events transpiring around them. Whoever you choose to play, you've got to flee Dunwall, your home, and travel to Karnaca in order to unravel the threads of a conspiracy and take back what's yours.
Gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Dishonored is known for unscripted, simulation-driven missions where no two players
are they Siamese twins?
Joined at the butt?
Joined at the butt?
There are many pathways
Are they
to explore as you
pooping back and forth
penetrate
forever?
well-defended locations. Many
What movie
numerous
is that?
ways
So
to
that
find
counts as
and
gameplay for
eliminate
Bingo?
nefarious
We already had
targets.
gameplay.
Yeah, we already
In
had
crafting
gameplay.
the
With the card
missions
game.
for
We
Dishonored
just haven't had
2,
live
we've
gameplay.
put a
Yeah,
much
no live
greater
demo yet.
emphasis on big, interesting themes, either from a gameplay or fictional standpoint, making each mission a wildly unique place to explore. I'll explain a little bit more about that.
No,
Today
but
we're
don't.
going to show
So
you
it's
the
a
Dust
thing-
District, an industrial ruin ravaged by terrible storms that hit at random intervals.
It's a city in the sky.
In the Dust District, a militant religious faction called the Overseers is at war with the Howler Gang. The leaders of both factions are trying to take each other down. You can side with the Overseers or the Howlers or neither. There are many ways to complete the mission.
She'll tell you more. I'll wait here in the skin and take you back to the dreadful way.
Everything you see here is rendered in the Void engine, designed to create atmospheric and exploration-rich spaces. To reach our target, Vice Overseer Byrne, we've got to get past a Grand Guard checkpoint sealed off by a wall of light. A cruel security device reinstated by the Duke of Serkonos.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Howlers use, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds.
12.
One young lieutenant got hit by an Overseer grenade, and that was it. He was one of the Duke's distant cousins or something.
Shit. Let's hope they do enough damage to each other so the fight goes out of them.
That won't happen until someone manages to kill either Paulo or Vice Overseer.
We've made much greater use of vertical space for Dishonored 2, encouraging players to explore the rooftops above the streets.
Out of my ears.
Dust from the mines.
The storm alters visibility for the AI and for the player. A random storm hits and Emily comments on it. Many of the security devices in Dishonored 2 are powered by wind, a unique feature of Karnaca. So here we're switching off the windmill to get through the wall of light. There'll be a lot going on in this next fight. Drop attack, guards climbing and vaulting, combat choke, and Emily using far reach to pull an explosive whale oil tank toward her from a distance.
You aren't doing it!
Let the rope for you.
Hey, you! Come here!
All right, let's jump forward closer to our target, Vice Overseer Byrne. The Overseers are fighting the Howler Gang for the hearts and minds of the people of Karnaca. What happens here will influence Karnaca's future and the endgames.
The champion! The Eyeless! The Eyeless!
The Vice Overseer hasn't shared his plans with me. He's upstairs now, so I assume we'll learn something before long.
Here we're going to use Emily's Mesmerize power to lull a group of Overseers into a stupor, evading combat altogether. Mesmerized, they won't notice Emily or even remember that she was here.
There you are. I feel so empty right now.
Far Reach can be upgraded not only to pull objects from a distance, but also enemies, so you can finish them off in midair. This time, all of Emily's powers, which are new, and all of Corvo's can be fully upgraded using entirely new skill trees, giving you the ability to customize more deeply. If you're new to the Dishonored series, it's all about options and exploration, playing at your own pace. The game has many different pathways through each mission, and also different approaches, stealth or combat, lethal or non-lethal, and a wide array of supernatural powers that will dramatically change the experience as you play. We're very close to Vice Overseer Byrne's office now.
The Duke will topple soon. The Sisters of the Oracular Order have seen it, and I feel it in my bones. So this stalemate with the Howlers must be resolved.
Byrne is giving a briefing using a projector. We're going to plant a stun mine and then link several of the Overseers with Emily's domino power, so that whatever happens to one of them will happen to all of them. They share the same fate.
Died trying to break power. We suffered fatal injuries. Somehow he comes back the next day to fight again. Whatever witchcraft he had.
Switching off the projector will attract Vice Overseer Byrne's attention, and when the mine affects one Overseer, it will affect all of them.
Go check, brother.
Right away.
There are many creative ways to use Domino. Now we're going to show you Shadow Walk, another key power for Emily. Shadow Walk is useful for stealth and combat. You saw it in the announced trailer that we made for the game, and you can fully use it in the game.
So everyone's
like all the
sleeping.
powers, it can be upgraded in a variety of ways. With Vice
The
Overseer
FIFA
Byrne,
guy
the
was
picture
too
of the leader of the
enthusiastic,
Howlers
but
will
I
owe
would,
Emily
like
fate.
Ashley said,
I want to go back to
rather
FIFA guy who's like,
Can we get FIFA guy?
will be on my mission.
Let's get FIFA guy back
Before
in here.
closing today, we want to demonstrate another signature environment from a mission called A Crack.
Before closing
Don't demonstrate anything else. We were excited for this.
The missions in Dishonored 2 and how they're built around big, interesting themes. This mission takes place in
I was
ruined
excited
manor
about
that's
this
been
game before
sealed
this
for
conference.
several years. At the start, the outsider appears and explains that reality is
Bethesda, you were
warped
doing
inside
so
this place
good.
after a cult event.
You were the
good.
Your
chosen
supernatural
one.
powers won't work inside the manor, and even time behaves strangely, allowing you to travel back and forth between
so
the
we lost
ruined
Gavin
present
and Bernie,
and the past,
and Ashley, looks
when the
like.
manor was lavish and refined.
And the manor was lavish and refined.
Here we're in the present, when the manor's in ruins. Now we've moved backwards, years into the past, when the manor was still inhabited and guarded. Looking through the lenses of the outsider's timepiece, you can see the alternate timeline. This is useful for solving puzzles, as you've seen, but it can also be used to avoid or take down enemies. You can watch enemies in the alternate timeline and then step through to execute your plans. We hope you're going to love the game as much as we do. Thank you, thank you.
And Bernie said, that actually seemed really fun. There was a cool
once
mechanic
again
there.
give a shout out to my
But then it
team
seemed
and
more like
friends
watching
that
a
worked
video
so
game through a
hard, and they
window.
are so passionate
It's like,
about
we're
the
gonna
game.
spend
And the
80
first
minutes
game, they're
on
really
this
ready
one
for you to
gameplay
get it.
demo.
Get you guys to get your hands on it, and you don't have to wait long. All of you can leave your mark on the Empire of the Isles, because Dishonored 2 will release on PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and PC
today.
November 11th,
Oh,
2016.
come on. November? What a lackluster.
Before I go, I've got one more thing.
No!
This is the worldwide launch of the Dishonored 2 gameplay trailer. You're seeing it here.
Let's hear some rap music. Let's hear some rap music.
What did we just watch for 40 fucking minutes?
I want to hire that
yeah,
guy
I think at
to
this
read
point-
me, to lull me to
at this point,
sleep
sniffing
every
the pen can
night.
only- makes me better.
Please have another round of applause for the very shy and took off Harvey Smith.
No, we can't have it back.
What? He was shy?
He was shy. Then why'd you give it 30 minutes of stage time?
They've been working their butts off. Now, one of the things that Dishonored fans have been asking about a lot is whether or not we're going to do a collector's edition. So tonight, I'm happy to confirm that yes, we will be doing a limited number of Dishonored 2 collector's editions.
Shock.
Cool.
I
All right,
totally
mask
wrote
is
on
cool.
this. Sorry,
The
whoever's
collector's
winning.
edition comes with a very cool Corvo's mask, as
pretty
well
sure
as
the dude's
Emily's ring, and it'll be
that piece.
available
Yeah, just turn it, they'll never know.
around the globe, but supplies are limited, and as we saw with Fallout 4 last year, and you know who you are, they go out quickly. So, if you want one, I suggest that you pre-order one before they all go away. Also, if you pre-order or digitally pre-purchase any version of Dishonored 2 for a limited time only, you will get a free copy of Dishonored Definitive Edition, which includes the original, critically acclaimed
like
game.
he got
plus
more
all
boring,
of the
too.
add-on content remastered
Do you know what
for
I
the
wish
current
was limited and would go
generation of
away?
consoles.
This presentation about Dishonored.
Cool.
Let's talk more about Doom.
Vern's just on his come down.
Games like Dishonored 2 and all of the games that we've shown
Brandon
here tonight don't
McNamara
happen
in
by
the
accident.
YouTube chat
There
says,
are
and the crowd goes
wonderfully
wild.
talented people working hard every day to build games that thrill and inspire.
That was just too long.
all
It
of
was
us.
just too long.
I wanna
Way
take a
too
moment
long.
to
Way too long.
recognize
It
and
looks
thank
like
the
a good
entire
game.
Bethesda team
I'm sure
and
we'll
all
all
of our
enjoy it.
players.
It's just too long.
So if you take
I
a
do want to
look,
play
you'll
the
see
game. I just don't
teams from
want,
all over
as long
the
as that guy
world
doesn't talk to
who
me
are
while I
joining
play
us now. Would you please welcome me? Would you please join me in thanking them all for their incredible and dedicated work?
And I do thank you for your work. I do thank you all for your work.
Bethesda. We love your games.
Does that count as audience interaction?
No.
That's 5 plus people on stage. Oh, the woman's
She's
back.
back.
She's back.
Mom woke up. Guys, somebody woke up, Mom.
Great.
She's got on the rally cap.
So, from Quake Champions to Dishonored 2, from the Elder Scrolls Legends to Prey, plus all of the new content for Doom,
Very end.
the Elder Scrolls
Big
Online,
mic drop.
Fallout 4, and
Give
Fallout
some crazy.
Shelter, and the
TE6.
latest in
And?
virtual reality gaming. It should be another big year for Bethesda. Now, this has already been a great night, and we want to commemorate this moment and give you guys something special to
Take a
remember it by.
selfie.
So for all of you here in Los Angeles,
stuff for the
maybe
audience.
tonight, you'll get a special T-shirt.
There you go. Free stuff for audience.
There you go.
Bingo again, motherfucker!
Oh, me too.
commemorating
Me
this
too.
event and all of the games that we've shown. And for those of you watching the stream at home, Adam and Morgan have T-shirts to give away, so keep watching for a chance to get yours. And that is everything we have to show you from this stage. So if you're here with me in the hangar, you can head over to the other side of the lot. If you're watching online, don't go anywhere. Adam and Morgan are about to take over the second half of the stream for the rest of our showcase. From all of us at Bethesda,
That
thank
is
you all
really
so much
how
for
they
playing our
ended
games
their
and joining
stream,
us.
which was a
That's it for me.
30-minute
Have
block
a great
about
night.
Dishonored 2.
Adam and Morgan, take it away.
Wow. Oh,
I
man.
like that they try to give something away each conference.
No, it's cool.
something
It's
great.
cool.
It really is.
So the most exciting
Okay.
thing was, to me, the Fallout VR stuff. It's just like
Yeah,
crazy.
Fallout
And
VR.
Fallout Doom
Let's
VR.
cut the audio, please. From the...
So I am very close from getting multiple.
Me too.
bingos
Okay,
here.
so I was
so
one
sad
square
for
away.
You were close to, I
was
got
one
bingo
square
3
away
times. I got
from-
bingos to spare.
All the
over
best
here.
stuff
I got
was wedged
2.
into like a 4-minute window. In there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Doom stuff, the VR stuff was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the new
Alright.
Fallout stuff was fantastic. And it just ended with a whimper. It was just like, it started
Well,
so
An
strong.
extended
Let's,
whimper.
why don't we
Yeah.
take the energy up a notch by doing something really gross?
what did
I'll
they
do it
say?
as soon
He
as
was
Gavin
shy?
does.
Okay.
I'm right after Gavin. I'm
Okay.
number 2 after Gavin.
I was
Jackson
one
number 2.
square away
I'll take it.
on 3 different lines. One I needed on-stage multiplayer, another I needed bullshit, and another I needed, what's the other one?
You were so close, it's bullshit.
And another one I needed, God damn you. Another one I needed audience interaction. All right.
Gus
Oh,
was
the
evil,
Bethesda lady's the ultimate audience interaction.
Yeah, but nobody, like, acknowledged her.
I needed
Eat
rap.
it.
Cheers.
Eat
All
your
right, ready?
bones.
Cheers.
Eat your bones.
Oh, God.
Can you actually eat bones?
Cheers.
This is probably going to kill us.
Hot bones.
All right.
If we're
here
dead,
we
I
go.
blame you.
I've never been happier
this
than when
is
I got
what we
bingo
chose.
when we were doing this.
Okay, right.
Oh, it's so hard.
It just tastes like
What's the taste like?
fish drink.
Crunchy, I can hear it.
It's so fishy.
Oh,
It's like concentrated, dehydrated fish flavor.
That's just wrong, man.
You like fish food?
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you,
Something
Gus.
washed up
Meg,
on the beach.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Sir.
Put it in my mouth. Oh my God.
I'm so happy. I don't know if I've been happier. I've gone from Dishonored presentation to right now. It's like total opposites. Don't spit. You can't spit it out.
You can't spit
You
it
gotta
out.
eat it. You gotta eat it.
It tastes like
Finish it.
it tastes like 7 fish in 1 fish.
7 fish.
Okay, mine's swallowed.
The only thing that could make this experience worse is if the Dishonored guy came out and narrated it.
What about
Gavin
this?
is
What about
eating
this?
the most
What you can see
disgusting tasting fish.
is we've got some lighting effects on Gavin's fish.
Good lord, you smell like a pond.
This is next generation fish.
Yeah, just swallow it.
I need some freaking rap music. If I got rap music,
You didn't have any rap music.
if I got VR headset on stage, if I got like unnecessary slow-mo trailer.
Gavin, here's what we
There
do.
was,
You
like,
need to
EA
play,
had
like, just drop it in the
nonstop
microphone
rap
and
music.
swallow it.
Swallow it? It's gonna scratch
Like the
me.
disgusting pill. Scratching it will be better than
swallow a
tasting
pill.
it.
I know. I watched him try to swallow a pill once. He was choked to death.
So now based on the next what happened in this bingo game where you used the rap music from EA. Put it in this space. So next bingo game you'll have if there's a shy presenter.
And also
30 minutes too long
woman
demo.
yelling in audience too.
How
God.
long that Dishonored demo clocked in?
I think it was probably like 20 minutes.
I think
Like,
honestly,
genuinely, it was like
they-
20 minutes. I
They
mean-
probably were like, shit, we're supposed to go full hour. We've only got about.
Well,
let's start. How can you cut that?
Oh, you know
Well, what
we
I
need
understand
to
is why they
more to a
wait
shot to cleanse.
all the heavy
It will
hitters up
push
top.
everything else out.
They should have spread that out.
If you
Maybe
in-
put that in the Dishonored stuff in the middle.
I think the
and
VR
then-
stuff at the end.
Right, wrapped up with the VR stuff at the very end. Seems to like that would have made better pacing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
agree.
like Dishonored 2 is the next
All right.
game that's coming out, so maybe they want to finish on like you're gonna get your hands on this next.
But
We'll let you
then
know
it
if this
was-
works. We're using this as a
Oh,
palate cleanser.
I've got this. I've got some cider here.
But then
Super
the
Yeah,
thing
good.
that was so
this is
crazy
like
was
rubbing alcohol.
Dishonored might be next for them, but they were saying like, but he was hyping it up like you're gonna want to get your hands on it, like it's gonna be this month, it's gonna be next month, and then it's November. They have a bunch of Fallout DLC that's coming out next month.
Yeah, like fun-looking Fallout DLC too.
Yeah, so
and the
it
Fallout
felt very
Shelter looking
strange.
DLC, that was fantastic.
The Fallout Shelter DLC looks really cool. The vault.
You know what
Yeah,
this
yeah, the Fallout
Does taste better
4
now.
Fallout
Okay.
Shelter looking
Jack,
stuff.
after
You
taste
back a
is
little bit so I
gone.
can see Jack.
I'm good right now.
It looked like Fallout Shelter, but taken and put it on.
Yeah, like that looked really cool, and it's like okay, and then like
it
Fallout
almost looks like a sequel to Fallout
and also
Shelter.
Fallout Shelter coming to the PC. That's cool. Like that's a fun little game.
Okay,
There's a
here's
very popular game on Steam, an independent game, that's not going to be happy about that.
What's that?
I can't remember the name of the game, but it's.
Did you say indie game?
Is it called Bomb Shelter?
I did say indie game.
Also, the Nuka World DLC
called
looked really
bullshit.
interesting.
Yeah,
to me.
Nuka World. That looks fun.
Like
I love
theme
Nuka
park.
World.
Awesome.
What is that? I felt like that got a different intro than everything else.
It looks like it
You know
looks
what?
like an
It's
actual like single player DLC.
It looks
as
like
opposed to
campaign.
building.
An
Yeah,
expansion,
yeah.
like, and it seems like a big one.
Yeah.
On the level of like Operation Anchorage, or was it Anchorage?
Yeah.
Anchorage was the simulator.
Yeah, Operation Anchorage. You know, like something. It looks like a large scale one, not
Yeah.
just like here's a piece and like one cool thing.
Is it as
it's
big as
big.
New Vegas, though? I mean, they could do a Fallout 4 like in the style of New Vegas.
But New Vegas
Vegas is a
also
whole
was
entire
released in. It was released
No,
as
I'm saying.
standalone. Huh?
You're saying that's a whole new game.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
this
it
is-
could, like, it could be potentially. Although that would be tough to have a whole new game and have it just isolated
Yeah.
in one entity like
And
that.
and
Here's a fun
Fahaba
one.
was also a big
Fahab.
one too. Fahaba.
Here's the game to play though, and this is one where the audience can play along. Is let's say you're designing a vault. What's your thing?
Gary's.
Gary's.
Gary's it done. What's the new thing?
Clive's.
Cats.
Animals.
I want a bunch of
Okay.
cats.
Like an ark.
No.
Kinda, yeah.
Just
No,
like a
cat
bunch
vault.
of like just cats.
We should also be clear about this. And we all think Dishonored
be
2 is
clear.
going to be a great game.
Oh
Yeah,
it looks
absolutely.
Absolutely.
It looks fantastic,
looks
but
awesome.
They
man, that
killed
is
my
drag.
hype. Yeah.
It was so just extended. It's like
I was
we
like
get
this
it.
for Dishonored 2,
Now
and
it's
now I'm
like-
like,
You were
Seven.
like
You're
down to
I was
9.
like this and then like this.
You went from midnight to 6.
It's like the root of it's still there, but like it's softer.
Yeah.
Like, I want to find out more about the Doom VR and the Fallout VR. Like,
Dude,
they
I know.
had demos
So-
there too, and it's like, how do you not show anything
Right.
It
from
seems
that?
pretty cool. Maybe we'll see
VR is hard
more
to show on
at the
screen.
show. Like keep in mind that like we do have a 3-day show coming up, so hopefully that's the kind of thing that we'll get to actually we'll actually get to see.
I'm picking
But
up
you know, because it might be the kind of thing that you need to experience personally.
It's
but it seems like
true.
it's Doom, almost like a scene. Like there's like one world you can walk around in,
Right.
but Fallout seemed like it was
the game.
more
The full
robust.
game.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's made it seem like, yeah.
Yeah, in
if it-
2017 at least. But I honestly thought their stage was made. I was very surprised we didn't get a VR demo on stage because of the way their stage went up on the ceiling. I thought this is perfect for showing off what it would look like in a headset.
That's
too.
true.
Yeah.
That's
Why
true.
wouldn't you show it on your stage?
All right, just shout out to that stage.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
I was on Twitter. I was looking. Pete Hines was saying like, "Oh, we built our own stage." He was like, "It's the 6th largest in the States, something like that." And I was like, "Well, that's all cool, but like, why would you bother doing that?" Now I get it.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
It's interesting because Let's Play Live actually is the 5th largest stage. You can come out and check that out on Friday.
At the Dolby
Go to
Theater.
roosterteethlive.com, buy some tickets for Let's Play Live. We'll see you Friday. Gavin will too. Gavin will be there.
I'll definitely be there. I'll be less drunk too.
Nah,
Well, are you slightly less high?
Well,
Is
not
Snoop and Wiz
100%.
coming?
And BFFs now.
So, man, that was...
Also,
man,
I feel like we've already forgotten about Prey as
Yeah,
well.
Prey.
Yeah,
Prey might
so
be-
that's cool. And that was also from Arcane, which is the studio that's working on Dishonored.
Right, and that's why we thought, like when he
So
first
they're
came
busy.
out, we thought it was just going to
They
be
do one
Dishonored 2
boom, boom.
stuff, yeah.
That looked good. I mean, that looked very Dead Spacey.
He had
It was
pink
kind
eye.
of like weird...
But it seemed
And
very,
very
and again, to make the Bioshock
groundhog-y.
reference, the plasmids, like, it seemed like he had, like, plasmid
Yeah.
type stuff. It very Bioshock-y, this press conference.
But yeah, it started like... The first half of that press conference was so strong. It was like, holy crap. And then
It was good, but it wasn't like anything major either. I didn't feel like Fallout VR was really cool.
Yeah.
Quake was. It started with the biggest thing.
Yeah,
like, that
yeah,
was
the
the
Quake
biggest
thing.
announcement.
Dude,
Well,
Quake
which
coming
would-
back is huge. Like, that was cool.
Which set me up for thinking that it was going to be a much bigger conference.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
if that was their
yes.
opening salvo.
I mean, if
So
they would have
it's-
finished with Quake, how much stronger would that have
Yeah.
been? I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, we're ending with Quake? That would have been great. But it's
Yeah.
just like, I mean, like the first half, that was so good, and like the pacing was really good. And then it was like, all right, we're going to throw in a 20-minute demo of Dishonored. It's like, if you're not into Dishonored, that's it. I
Don't
mean,
forget, there was like a 5-minute like montage sequence of environments,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
world building,
Yeah.
and wanting every alleyway to tell a story
You
and everything.
guys,
It's like
did you catch the soccer player that did his
No.
like dramatic reading? Okay,
It was,
so
like,
at the EA press
great.
conference.
It was cute.
It was really cute. It was this guy who came out. He did like this whole he was clearly an actor that was hired, and he did this whole thing about how he was going on a journey. He's going to bring you on the journey, and it was like a dramatic kind of almost like a scene, but then. We cut to the new FIFA, and he's the character. He's
Yeah.
actually the man they modeled the character after.
Yeah,
so
it
it's
was the
actually
actor
really
behind it.
cool that they did a sequence where they had the guy in game walking, and then they cut to the guy on stage, and he was the one walking out. So it was like a really neat like blend of like that is who you get to do something about your environments.
Yes.
You don't get somebody who's half asleep and talking about the weather changes and Emily comments.
Emily
Although,
comments.
Why?
to be fair, we made a lot of fun of that guy for being overly enthusiastic and scripted on that show. There is a happy medium.
There is,
But the thing
but I
is,
would rather over
like,
than under.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
get someone
absolutely.
who's
Absolutely.
genuinely enthusiastic, that comes across. And the thing is, Harvey, you did the original Dishonored. He's a brilliant developer, incredibly smart guy, and he's very, very passionate. But some people aren't public speakers,
Right.
Yes.
Like just that, like that they don't have the energy. It doesn't come across, and so that, like, it's unfortunate because you know they're very, like, he's very proud of what he's
No,
worked on, and it looks
absolutely.
great. The game looks awesome, but it did take the energy down just a notch.
To me, it's just you have to know your strengths, you have to know your weaknesses, and I do agree that developers should be out there to showcase their game, but for me, it's like, why not get like a cosplayer? Why not get like something that's more like eye-catching? Why do you have to be, what does it have to be the developer for 25 minutes? Like, get somebody who's gonna keep
Or
you
put
going.
two people, put the developer and then like
let
someone
them
else
play
who can
off
push
of
it
each
right,
other or
right.
something. Like, do something that's dynamic.
And I know people will clock it, and it'll probably come in at like who knows how many minutes. We
It
don't
felt
actually
like a
know
half
how
an
many
hour.
minutes
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah,
but
it
it
felt
felt like half the presentation.
I mean, how do you
Was
like?
that-
I mean, if you're watching, if you're a PR guy going, okay, let's do a run through. It's like, we gotta trim that
Gotta
down a
work
little
on
bit.
that,
We
yeah.
gotta tighten it up a little bit there towards the end. Just tighten up the graphics on level 3.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's like
'cause
I have 20 lines. How many lines do you have? I have 800 lines to memorize here. Like, even the guy typing in the teleprompter would be like, the fuck is all this? It's
I
going
felt
forever.
like the thing is, like, I felt like it could have been, I could have been so much more hyped for the game had they cut all the environment talk, had they cut that whole montage of just random scenes. Just show me the game and show me 5 minutes of awesome gameplay.
I like the interdimensional stealth thing where you would go in time and
cool.
like get a window through time, but I don't know how you mess that up.
But that also kind
I
of
mean,
felt.
it's like there was no threat in one environment versus the other. I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll make it good, but they weren't showing it well there.
So Nicholas Gallagher over on Twitter using the RTE3 hashtag, the one without fears is tag. He says, "Holy crap! Dishonored 2 collector's editions are already sold out on Amazon."
Wow, that's crazy.
So that's
Wow.
pretty
It's a very
impressive.
popular game.
Wow.
Well, I bet a lot of people too, like Pete Hines was saying,
was that?
like Pete Hines was saying on stage, a lot of people remember the Pip Boys, and I'm sure a lot of people are just buying them up to resell them for hundreds.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when they announced the Pip-Boy, I immediately pre-ordered mine. Like at the conference, I opened up like the Amazon app on my phone and pre-ordered it at the moment, just because I knew
they'll do what they did with
Pip-Boys
too, and they'll release more. I bet in waves.
Yeah, but that did look like a really cool special edition. I'm still excited about the game. I don't know, I guess I just wish that demo had shown better.
I wish the demo
had
happened.
shown to its full potential. Maybe I'm like over cheerleading.
It should have been a little tighter.
I'm very excited about the idea of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go get the free version of Doom right away and play it.
You got a week to play it for free, it sounds like? Absolutely.
And this
go
is coming
check that
from
out.
someone who started as a skeptic for Doom. Like you played it initially and you said, I'm not into this, I don't like it, it's too swimmy, something. You stopped playing it and then you picked it up again.
I don't know what it was. Yeah, I played it for like all of about 20 seconds. It was like, nope, I don't like this, it's too swimmy. It felt like the environments was like the 60 FPS and everything felt too smooth and everything. I'm like, doesn't feel like Doom to me. Then I went back and was playing it, played through the first level, and I was like, I fucking love this game. It was like locked in. I think my playtime on the game is like, I think it's like 12 hours, and I've 100%ed it with all the achievements.
That's awesome.
So you can get that game done.
Yeah, and also when you play it too, play it on an appropriate difficulty level. If you play it on easy, you're just going to burn through it. Actually, make it challenging for yourself. It can be a very difficult game. And I'm playing on Ultraviolence right now, and I'm having a really good time with it.
Where is that in the stack?
It's like the 4th one. It's like, I think it's Ultraviolent and then like...
Nightmare.
Then Nightmare, yeah. So it's the one, it's like, it would be hard as opposed to like ultra hard or whatever. So yeah, it's fun though. Yeah, Doom is a fantastic game.
Good story too, man.
Yeah, it's funny because like they make it a point, it's like you don't really need to know the story, but if you pay attention to the story, it's like, oh, it's actually a really cool story.
Right, like the origin of your character and everything like that too, yeah.
I think that's the best way to tell a story in a game.
It's like if you want to run in this murder and just get through it like real fast, you can do that, or you can actually pay attention to the story and it's like, oh, there's actually a really interesting story going along with this too. So.
I want to play Skyrim again.
Yeah?
Well, you're about to get a
God
chance.
rays.
All kinds of crazy HD shenanigans.
HD.
It was interesting.
3D.
They showed the PS3 and then PS4 and then Xbox 360 and then Xbox One. It was like, why show that? Why not just previous gen, current gen?
You know, it's a difficult thing with Bethesda in
differently
particular.
on Xbox One and PS4.
Really?
You'll notice that in the past, and I believe they're taking steps to correct this, but a lot of Bethesda games haven't been properly optimized for PlayStation consoles. I remember it was a big problem when Skyrim came out. A lot of stuff, with DLC in particular, I think, was utterly broken for PlayStation. It came out later, and when it did, it was busted. It was buggier. It didn't run as well. Just wasn't optimized properly, I think. So maybe they're just taking pains to show the improvements that they've made from one platform to the next individually.
Okay, I can see that.
So, maybe. Well, but you know, fingers crossed.
So this is kind of what you wanted, right? Like more achievements in Elder Scrolls game, like we were talking about, like a remaster, like being able to go back and replay through the game.
Irish Nord Gaming in the YouTube chat says it's only the first level of Doom that's free.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that right?
Huh.
The first level's the UAC.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick level.
It's tiny.
Yeah, you burn through it pretty fast. That's interesting.
You don't find anything more than like soldiers and imps.
But would you say it's enough to make people buy the rest
You get a taste of it, but man, I wish it was like at least the first like 3 levels maybe.
Yeah.
Like the first time you encounter one of the death, not death holes.
Hell Knights?
No, the thing holding the globe or whatever that is that you have to.
Was it a cyber demon?
Oh, like the source thing where you have to, like,
death, not death hole.
And it triggers a bunch of stuff.
Death hole.
What is it called? I don't know. It's just nightmare. It's all I know it as. It's like it's collect ammo, collect armor, and collect health. Then pull it. That's what it's called to me.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Are you drunk?
So.
I'm on my way. Boop. Hey.
So I would play it if it probably isn't just the UAC because if it's just the first level, you don't get to all the cool stuff which they added to Doom to make it cool, like the modding system for the weapons. And even the rune system as well. Like you wouldn't touch any of that in the first level because it's not active.
Yeah, the runes aren't
even
like
the
level 3.
challenges aren't active, and the combat's like weapon upgrade system.
And the death hole.
Level 2 is the combat stuff.
There's no death holes in the first level.
Wait, do you guys have twinsy rose gold iPhones?
Neither of them are rose gold.
Mine's just gold.
Yeah, mine's just gold.
Oh.
So
yeah,
so twinsy gold.
Twinsy gold iPhones.
Cheers.
So it makes me
drunk.
It makes me think about so like the first level of Doom being free makes me think about. And we were talking about this earlier before the stream about back in the day when Doom first came out. Like it was shareware.
It was one of the pioneering shareware titles.
You get a floppy disk and play a limited amount of Doom, and if you liked it, you could mail off money and then get a copy of Doom.
I believe in the first one, in Doom, you could play the entire first episode, and there was 4 episodes in the game. So you could play...
There were 3 in the initial one.
You sure about that?
Yeah, the fourth, Thy Flesh Consumed was the final one. That was Final Doom. That I don't, it may have came out after like Doom had been like out for a while. They like released like an Ultimate Edition, which had Final Doom in it. That may have been after Doom 2, honestly. Like I don't remember it specifically, but I remember the 4th one. It's literally called Thy Flesh Consumed. Is the last,
when Quake Champions comes out, we should remake the first machinima.
Diary of a Camper?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ting, ting, ting. How about the axe noise in there? Ting, 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 ting.
It was cool. Like they had the Quake guy too. Like the actual Quake guy was in there. Like he was a playable character. It looked like so.
Yeah.
His name is Quake Guy.
Yeah. Well, that's what I know him as. He may actually just be called Quake. That might be his name.
I feel like there's references to Quake in Doom, in the story.
Yeah, they
I feel
allude to it.
like some of the characters you see, like.
I mean, they're both id properties. It makes sense.
Yeah. And it's always like the Doom and the Quake franchises seem very closely related.
They kind of like bleed over a little bit. Yeah.
I always like some of the enemies too that were like some of the like horrible stuff that's in.
Somebody called me out for doing this with my foot and said it looks like Meg has to pee. And I'm like, I just am bouncing my foot.
She's secretly masturbating.
Yeah, that's actually how girls do it.
Trade secret. Not many people know about it.
Benoit balls?
No, it's the bouncing of the leg.
Yeah.
Fish bones?
Yeah, well, that's what they call it. It's just because it wiggles around.
All right, so what else during the Bethesda conference?
So
Fallout
is this
Shelter's getting a huge update?
Fallout Shelter's getting a new update and coming
Fallout
to PC.
Shelter's coming to
Will
Fallout
that make
4?
you guys reinstall Fallout Shelter and play it?
No.
I think I still have it on my phone.
I have it on my phone.
uninstalled it.
I have it still on my phone, but no, it won't make me.
Yeah, I'll play it again, for sure.
Can we just give like round of applause to Todd Howard because he did an amazing job as always.
Yes.
Todd Howard is wonderful. Todd Howard, this is for you.
Golf clap.
It's not resounding, but it's a round of applause. It's the most energy we can muster after the end of the
after they
conference.
put us to sleep with Dishonored 2.
Todd Howard, very
God,
He's really sweet.
It's really
a nice guy.
upsetting how
He's a
slow
really nice
it
guy.
ended. It was like, man, it was going so good.
It's okay, I'm past it now.
Yeah, I'm over it. I've forgotten about it already.
Yeah, it's okay. Like thinking about like the Fallout.
I'm just
stuff and
excited about the
everything.
games.
Yeah, I mean that's at the end of the day. I mean, when it was going on, it was funny. Of like we were done with it halfway through it. And it was like holy
Kept
shit.
going.
And
We
then
got
even
more.
like
We got more.
Well, look on
One
the
more
downside.
thing.
Here, look on the dark side. We are not getting to see VR Doom right now, and we're not getting to see VR Fallout right now.
Yeah.
And Gus is also not getting to play card games.
Yeah, that's true. Chaosbringer over on Twitter, Chaosbringer221, says Skyrim Remastered is free on PC if you own all DLC or the Legendary Edition of the game. So that's
Okay,
kinda cool.
there we go.
So I don't know whether or not, I don't know if that's official from Chaosbringer221, but that's pretty interesting.
I liked that Anna Rose 22555 said a topic which I think we should talk about because we haven't talked about it yet.
Okay.
How about your thoughts on one Tamriel for ESO where everyone's leveled for their stuff first time in MMOs?
Real quick,
Will it work?
death holes is what they're called.
Right.
I just think it's interesting. I'm sorry. I
What
think
did
it's
he call it?
interesting.
Death
You
holes.
called it a death hole.
Did I?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
Or they're adding it.
All right,
No,
I
death
think
hole's
it's
coming to Doom.
All
Sorry.
right, Meg, continue.
I'm out.
You think it's interesting?
I think it's interesting because how does it work with if you have a really high level character and one really low level character and then you're surrounded by enemies, how are those enemies leveled?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So stop
I think
looking
more
right
than, more than anything, it's allowing the content to be unlocked so that you can
you can
do
go in each
exploration.
area.
Yeah, I don't know about.
WoW. Like I can walk into any region in WoW.
You can absolutely get ganked in any fucking region in
True,
WoW
you
if
can
you're
still
low
do it,
enough
though.
level. But there are some places you can't go. You can't go in certain portals if you're not a certain level.
Yeah.
So there's like in-game content that you can't get to.
So it just means that like all the
means the
monsters are
areas-
leveled to you?
It said that all the content would be leveled to you. So it sounds like the monsters would be scaled. But I'm saying if I'm like a level 40 and you're a level 10, what level are the monsters that come up to us if we're standing next to
I
each
just
other?
thought they were just unlocking all the areas.
That's what I mean. But how does the
I will
monster
say
system work?
though that having characters that are leveled to you is kind of an Elder Scrolls core thing. Like that's been the case for, well, at least the last couple generations of Elder Scrolls games, at least, where like you kind of can go everywhere and everything is going to be like you +2 levels or you +3 levels, but it's based on where you're at, so that it provides an appropriate challenge no matter what. So in that regard, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But you're right. I don't know how they would treat it if you're in a lot of like disparate levels as a party.
Yeah.
So real quick, if I can jump to a completely different topic. Someone pointed out that Kotaku spotted in the beginning when they had like the old school DOS screen where they did like the so they had Keen, Wolf 3D, New Order, Old Blood, and then something called New Colossus, which has, like, they're all dated, and New Colossus has a bunch of asterisks as its date, and it falls underneath all of the Wolfenstein stuff. So that could be a tease for a Wolfenstein thing they didn't show tonight. That could be cool, because then it has Doom, Doom 2, 3, 4, and then BethNet and BE3. But
they do like to save stuff for QuakeCon, for sure.
So, I mean, maybe whatever New Colossus is, maybe that could be a new Wolfenstein thing. So that's kind of cool. So props to everyone who sent that to us.
To answer your question, I'm looking at the Elder Scrolls Online website right now, and they try to break out some of the details about one Tamriel a little more. And what they say is, and this is one of their bullet points, in general, higher level players will be the same level as lower level players, but they will have far more tools in their arsenal, better gear, more abilities, and of course more champion points.
Okay,
so it seems like they scale the higher level characters down, but allow them to keep more abilities.
Okay.
Or they're just doing away with levels, period.
Well, that's what someone in the chat, I'm trying to scroll up here, because someone did point out, they said that like all levels are gone.
Like but it's just your skill points have been spent, you have more abilities, and you can do more stuff, but you're all the same level.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, Doom, honestly, if, you know, you have a character where, or like even like Battlefield, I mean, the mechanics now are you can unlock certain things and build out your, you know, equipment, your loadouts in a certain way. And, you know, there's characters who have been playing longer and they have it, but they don't actually, like, they're not better characters, you know?
They just have more abilities available to them.
Yeah, but if they both use a shotgun, one of them doesn't do more damage.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So, interesting. Maybe just like, it might just be an MMO with no levels. Yeah. They made it seem very geography-based. They didn't seem like a leveling thing to me. They seemed very much focused on the geography of it. They even called it one Tamriel, right?
Yeah,
so, So, interesting.
Cool.
So,
yeah, I think it's it'll be good to watch and see how it rolls out, and you know, to find out like the specific details about how it's going to work.
Elder Scrolls Online had kind of a rough start, I think. Yeah. It was one of those games that it came out and it was its release model was a little bit of a relic in that it had. You had to buy it, and then there was a subscription. They did change it, but it's unfortunately the memory of the internet can be a little bit short. Our attention span certainly is, and everyone had moved on to paying attention to other things by the time they changed it. I've also heard that they've done a lot of amazing things in terms of in-game content and the narrative and all that stuff. Unfortunately, no one's paid attention to it. So maybe this is something that will get more people reinterested.
Well, I think it helps when you can pull in new players that can play with their existing friends who are, you know, longer-term players, and you can group together and not have, you know, penalties for that. And I think that's probably the long-term play on that, on this kind of strategy.
Yeah.
Gus.
What's he smiling about?
Yes.
Gore Nest.
What?
Gore Nest.
Is that the death hole?
That's the death hole.
What did you look up and called it a death hole?
That's what I was thinking off the top of my head. It was then someone said.
And then you got confirmation on
No, so what it was someone saw me or heard me saying that. Like, oh, death hole's coming to Doom. And I saw that. I was like, oh, it was death hole. And I was right. I was like, oh, there's someone making fun of me. Yeah. So, Gore Nest. Thank you very much, whoever that was.
Shove the Gore Nest up your death hole.
Zach Tonesing. So, ZDude16. Thank you very much.
So, one of the things they talked about in the Quake demo, or the Quake announcement, was the fact that the characters have unique abilities, which seemed to me when I heard that as being like, you know, something that's a response to like
Overwatch.
Overwatch, you know, Team Fortress 2, like, you know, it seems like a response to all that stuff. And it'll be interesting to see.
It would be kind of a late response to Team Fortress 2, wouldn't
it?
Well,
Elder Scrolls Online was a very late response to World of Warcraft, I think. Yeah. I mean, it was like, I mean, they launched this big MMO, and it's like, that's what made me think of it as our discussion about Elder Scrolls Online, is they had this thing that works forever, they put it out, and everybody was like, yeah, we're kind of done with MMOs, but thanks, you know? I mean, that was a reaction, I think, that Elder Scrolls Online got.
Yeah, some stuff takes years to put out, and speaking of, Gus, as a Hearthstone fan, how do you feel about this card game? Legacy, right?
Yeah, or Legends.
Legends. Legends, Elward.
I'm a big fan of Hearthstone, but it's because I think I like the Blizzard universe. Okay. Yeah. So I think, you know, I'm invested in that. I really know it inside and out. And I know Elder Scrolls well enough, but I don't know that I would make the transition personally.
Does Hearthstone only use Warcraft IP?
Yes.
Doesn't it use like a couple of different IPs?
No,
or is it all?
Are you thinking?
No.
Are you thinking Heroes of the Storm?
Yes.
Yeah, Heroes of the Storm is all of their IPs.
Has Sylvanas.
But yeah, Hearthstone is just like Warcraft.
Just Warcraft. Mm-hmm. Like you, I mean, I'm sure you would love if there was a Hearthstone equivalent, but for the StarCraft universe.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you would love that.
Yeah, that's a free one, Blizzard.
Yeah, if you hadn't thought of that, that never occurred to you.
You can have it.
Take your popular game and base
on
another
You can use your IP
game.
to make another game. We'll allow it.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say that, you know, this being Bethesda's second year, Their first year was rock
Sir,
solid.
I just checked the chat, and the chat was all talking about you.
What's up?
What they say?
I had to look over at you. They say, the chat says, someone slapped Gavin.
No, he's
I mean, I'm just listening.
They're referring to how hairy his legs
No,
are.
they also said he was staring at Meg.
Give her the.
I like
Watch
it.
out for that one over
Give
there.
her the looks. Well,
very
the
handsy.
first
There you go,
Bethesda
that's a good
press
shot.
conference was tremendous. The second one, I would say, was a solid 50%.
I would say their first 1.5 press conferences were amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
You know, and to be fair,
That poor guy.
to be fair, and
I feel bad now.
he's just going to put out a great game, and then we'll all shut up. But Bethesda, they really set expectations very, very high last year. They are not one of the biggest publishers in terms of overall scale of what they do. But last year, they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
And I would say that this year, even with a slow last half, it was much more interesting, and I liked it more than I liked the EA press conference.
Yeah, I'll go
and
with
that's
that.
saying something.
I would say yes. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think had they cut down the Dishonored second half, I would have said they'd knocked it out of the park again.
On Twitter here, AH Ultimate UAV says, new Colossus Death Hole confirmed.
But
cheers.
So thank you for that.
Death Holes. Death Holes in the new Wolfenstein game. That's what you're going to see, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear a little more. I'm excited for QuakeCon to see, exactly what they're going to say about Quake Champions and follow up with more information about that.
And fortunately for us at Rooster Teeth, QuakeCon's not that far away from us.
We had friends of Screw Attack up there. They're up in Dallas, so hey, we should go check it out.
And more information about Prey is going to be there as well.
There you go.
Do you want a shot as well?
No, I think I've had enough.
Okay.
I'm trying to look up here when, oops, I hit the wrong.
So somebody
birthday.
posted a screenshot of the Bethesda at the beginning.
Oh, awesome.
The DOS stuff. They have Keen, Wolf 3D, which was 5592, New Order, what's up? Old Blood.
I literally ran down that list of names.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was browsing Twitter.
No, yeah, that's a great lineup though, because it's like they announced Commander Keen, which is the very first id game, and then they've got Wolfenstein, and then the sequel, and then the new one, and then New Colossus, which like it has dates too.
Yeah.
It shows you dates of every title, and then New Colossus is just whatever that is, and it just has asterisks for dates, so we don't know what it is. And then Doom 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Summer White on Twitter says that Bernie looks like he's an ass hair away from a giggle fit.
Yeah.
So QuakeCon 2016, when we will find out more information, is August 4th to 7th.
Okay.
So we don't have to wait too much longer to see what else is in store with Quake Champions.
Yes.
I want to check out that Doom VR so bad.
Me too. We can go and do it. I mean,
let's do it. Let's go.
I'm sure it'll be at the Bethesda booth as well. I hope it will be.
And there's food.
Ooh, yeah, there's food and drink too.
It's only for people who were
that's
there,
the thing
though.
tonight, yeah?
They don't know we weren't there.
Yeah, they get said that.
There's no video evidence of us.
Yeah.
Being anywhere else.
I'm sure they're on stage going like, those Rooster Teeth assholes.
Why are they sleeping
They're
during
laying on the carpet right
Rooster Teeth
now.
assholes, and they leaked the Death Hole.
The Death Hole.
I want to make a game now called Death Hole.
Heck yeah, man.
What would it be about?
Okay,
Death Holes.
Holes of Death.
Super Mutant Sam and Mass. Oh, dang it. The chat moves too fast. Hold on. I'm trying to move back up. Super Mutant Sam and Mass asks, are you guys at all disappointed by Fallout 4's upcoming DLCs in general? Should they have given the workshop? I don't know what that means.
Well, I mean,
should they have gifted it to us? Like, I thought it looked cool. I thought some of it looked really cool.
Yeah, I mean, the workshop stuff. I mean, for people who, like, the thing with anytime you give building tools to your fans, your community, it's going to be 5% of your users are going to be amazing with it, and then 95% of them are going to go like, oh, that's neat, and never touch it. And that's how it works. I mean, that always works in every single game. Any game where you can make stuff like Doom Snap Map, and like Trials Fusion has a whole map editor that no one really touches except for a small group of people. And when they do, it's incredible. And for something like Fallout, for the people who use those tools, giving them more stuff to use, they're going to make more incredible maps. Like, we're going to see, remember like seeing the giant Mega Man that would light up and stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, I would never, ever get even close to doing something like that. I would be happy to get one light that lights up when I hit a button. But the people who use that stuff, yeah, absolutely. Give them as many tools as you can, because those are the guys who you end up hiring to make your next levels for Fallout 5.
So much work goes into that, especially for console games, of just like making it like plug and play.
Yeah,
like,
someone made a
Snap
MOBA.
Map system is incredible.
Yeah, someone made a MOBA in Snap Map, like in Doom. They made a MOBA, like you can play in the game, and that's
I have
ridiculous.
trouble making a square house in Fallout. Like, it's like
Yeah.
I can't make straight.
Yeah, having the walls aligned
It's
properly.
a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
So,
And I'm one of those people that that was the part of the game I was like, I hate doing this every second that I have to do this. Because if you get an achievement, you had to build it up to where you could raise their happiness up to 100%.
Did you do that?
I did do that.
Wow.
And it was like
I'm
a
impressed.
lot of just like building
not done that yet.
fucking like surgery centers. People get super happy about their surgery. But, anyway, so it just took forever. Just building everything out was.
But I mean, that being said, like if you can make tools for people who will use that stuff, go for it. Like I'm all for that because they end up making stuff that we end up playing like on
like Griffball.
Yeah, like things to do and stuff like that. Yeah, like Griffball. I mean,
The
like,
tracks sound really cool
Yeah.
for you guys.
I mean, we're going to see, like, with the track thing, with the ball that's rolling down, that's absolutely a Rube Goldberg device that we'll see. Like, someone will make just something crazy. You hit one button, and then for 15 minutes, you watch stuff just happen.
I like the teddy bears that were falling.
Trick shot. Trick shot, too. You guys can do that. Throw something off a roof.
Just
It's definitely a things to do, for sure. That's what they said when they were showing it. I was like, this seems like something you would make a dumb video in.
Yeah.
All right, we should probably wrap up on this stream, but we will be...
One more thing.
Uh-oh.
Ashley comments. Sorry, I was just
The
trying
weather
to
changes.
Yeah.
Ashley comments.
But we will be we'll be streaming Tuesday through Thursday from the show floor, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll be appearing on what?
Sorry, one last thing from me, and I'll be quiet after this. Someone said, Angel Martinez says, are you guys doing a fan meetup at LA? Yeah, we are doing one on Friday at the Dolby Theater. Go to roosterteethlive.com. Let's Play Live. We're all going to be there. It's going to be great. Come on out. roosterteethlive.com. Buy your tickets right now. Thank you. I'm out.
Nice. No, I like it. We'll be appearing on the official YouTube stream tomorrow as well. And of course, don't forget, all day long, starting at 9 a.m. If this wasn't enough, Funhouse is doing a drinking game of all the conferences streaming tomorrow. So it's going to be a crazy day. We've got a whole bunch of stuff planned. We've got a couple dozen games coming on for demos and interviews. It's going to be a really
That'll be
good time.
Tuesday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah,
every
10
day?
a.m. to 4 p.m. It'll be on the Rooster Teeth YouTube channel. If you missed anything, we'll post interviews later on The Know. But we'll all be around. It's really good. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
And just one last shout out to Jason Bourne for sponsoring all of our live streams.
thank
We
you.
really appreciate it. You guys made this possible. And also, you guys made this possible.
And also,
And you're so handsome.
dude who presented Dishonored made it a half an hour more possible.
So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.